Go, go, go.
Power Rangers. Thanks.
But it's go, go Power Rangers, not go, go, go Power Rangers.
But the effort was there.
It
I
was.
mean,
You
she
bet you were
even
fun
put
on the playground.
I wasn't. Though you might enjoy that I tried to get the playground to play Warrior Cat games with me.
Oh, I had
Not
a best
lying.
friend that I would do that with.
Yeah, super didn't have a lot of friends on the playground. Yeah.
You just
And with
have
that,
one
welcome back to
really,
Dungeons
really
Dragons.
good one. Doesn't matter.
A Warrior Cats podcast, hopefully for one of these days. But for now, we're an
Oh,
Apocalypse
fuck yeah.
World podcast. I mean, we could just trail in off of that recording. This season is Apocalypse World. Like I said, we're an Apocalypse World podcast. This is Arcade Apocalypse, and welcome. Normally,
what was the question?
yeah,
Kits.
that I was gonna get to that. Is that normally we have an intro question, but I want each of you just to introduce yourself and your characters for the general audience. I think we're gonna like skip right over intro question and dive right in because this episode is like we're in on the intensity. We're gonna be able to like catch up in our catch up, and then we have a moment before we're like kicking off in the action. But I don't like. I think that this is ideally this is planned to be our season closer, and so I just want to dive right into the action. So yeah, you guys introduce yourselves, and then I'll catch us up on what happened last time, and we'll dive right in. It's a fast intro.
All right, then.
Okay.
Hey, everybody. I'm Theodore Stringer, and I play Dill. Trying to go back to original voice still. For this
One last
final
ride.
episode, we get the original sauce.
This is like the season where your character is played by a different actor in every episode, and then the final episode, that actor did his research.
If only it had been intentional. What was there a relevant question?
No.
That's just me.
No, we're just diving in.
Aw, I like a question.
Take it away, player 2.
Hi, my name is Player 2, otherwise known as Lawrence Jennings, and I play the DeLucas Chop House answering machine. One more time for your listening pleasure.
And I am player the third. I am Michael, and I play Spigot, the water bearer.
And I'm Grace, and I play Petal.
It won't be as stodgy when I break up all of the the pauses. It'll be nice and smooth straight through. I'm M. I'm the GM. I didn't say that up front. But I did say that this is our possibly final episode in the season. I just mostly wanted to dive right in. Last episode was also straightforward, in which we came back to the mall food court, got a little bit of care, and went to gear up. In that gear up, our resident machinist or robot, I guess there's two machinists, so I don't want to say the singular resident machinist, but D-Ham got an interesting piece to his overall narrative. The sort of ingredient kit to the lemon Pfeiffer shake at Orange Julius. I guess still has to get to the bottom of what that is, but has the like ingredient
But it's safely in
bags
my tummy.
in your tummy. And in getting this sort of turned on a security bot that was dealt with swiftly enough. Dill took some damage with a people's elbow from the top shelf, destroying it, but it exploded and got him a little bit on fire, and we saw the efficacy of which fire deals with Dill. It took him up pretty quick. The team got him out, and he has some burns and did not enjoy that, but we're back. we made our way back anyway, back to the food court. In opening the door, though, find it to be a bit more of a mess than we left it in the 20 minutes prior, 20, 30 minutes prior, whatever. In that there are various members of the wizards group with weapons and all sorts of like battle armor, like hightailing whatever members of the crew had been left behind. Branch on a gurney, Twiggy the kid, whatever, all off into a gate that kind of bisects the food court that we had previously. The dog, Pebbles, the pack beast, Petal's new friend, though not taken with them, came around the corner last minute because she has dog. But we're sort of left in this quiet room, this quiet space, with all 3 keys and a closed, very opulent, extravagant door bisecting the space. It just sort of, I think, energy-wise reads boss door, I imagine like a Kingdom Hearts style door. You fight Riku in front of a big ass, like wildly designed door that is gonna open and lead you to something, but it's this kind of vibe, right? And you have the 3 keys to it. It's relatively easy to get them into the locks upon any moderate inspection, but we are here in this little bit of space. Before we dive into the door, I wanted to see if there's an approach to the situation from anyone.
Well, and I think most of us are in worse shape than we were in, right? With Dill having been burned and Spigot being crushed underneath the falling shelves. And I don't remember, I think maybe Petal avoided damage and
As usual.
Oh, yeah, I'm fine.
As
did you get
usual.
damaged?
Oh, I've been
Yeah.
injured for 4 sessions.
Okay. So we're not in our best fighting fit form to go into a final boss room.
This is true. This is
Yeah.
true. In the recent tackling, the last key that you the team gathered was from the bully, and because of the way that all went down, Murderbot killing him in his secret room before he had a chance to go off, Petal had collected a number of vials that could at least heal if that is something people are in need of, and she wishes to give them up now.
It's true.
Does everyone, as a question,
Sure, I could do that.
it's true. Done.
Does going in? I thought if it was still discussion time.
No. I was just curious. If everyone remembers what they got as their gear up in this last episode?
Oh,
I know that, like,
hope I
technically
wrote it
Lauren's
down.
got the limit Pfeiffer stuff, which I mentioned in my.
Which is so much more
You
important to
already
me than
said
gear.
mine.
What did you pick up in this most recent gear up? I definitely did not say yours.
The my own medicine thingies.
You got that from your, like, the last encounter, but you got
There's nothing.
you got like a weapon in this gear up.
Oh, my like launcher thing.
Oh yeah, you got the long range t-shirt.
long range
like
t-shirt
your
gun.
t-shirt sniper.
T-shirt or rifle, if you will.
Yeah.
I had totally forgot that I had that gear. I should look at my gear.
I think you got 3
yeah.
long range shots left. I think you used one on the security bot.
I did.
And I have the bandolier with 4 of the shotgun refills for my shotgun t-shirt cannon.
I think I have just like a really good slingshot.
Oh shit, you did. You got a slingshot with, like, what are they, firecrackers? I think you got like little explosives.
Cherry bombs or ball bearings or something.
Something like that. I think I think they explode because the idea was at some point that you, like, flash blinded the security bot, I think. Maybe. I'm not sure. I think that there was something with them being like firecrackers, like individual M80s or something.
We talked about that, and then I thought at the end we talked about them being like billiard balls with firecrackers on them.
Oh, they
So
were
they would
billiard
get
balls.
one
Billiard
good
balls.
ricochet, and then they could explode if you
That's
needed
Way to go,
right.
Mike.
I love it. The billiard balls is such a good image.
Mike wins Player of the Week.
And a good sound, too. The cracking of a billiard ball on someone's skull is gonna bring joy.
Player of the
Team
month.
Marie
is off
Kondo?
We play.
That's true. But yeah, we are fine. We find ourselves in this quiet room. We're geared up. What do we how do we approach?
Petal, could I talk you out of one of those healing needles?
Oh, hell yeah. And I just poke him with it.
Oh yeah, okay, nice. Roll a d6. Pretend it's a d right.
Oh.
I'm quote unquote roll a d3, but the d6 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6 will be your 1, 2, 3.
Am I rolling or is Petal rolling?
She
Oh, shit,
jabbed
that's a good
you.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's the jabber. I think she gets to roll.
All right, Petal,
Jabber
roll a
or
d6. Jabber, it
Yeah.
seems. House rule, it's the jabber. It's the jabber.
Tie goes to the jabber.
It's a
It goes
3.
to the
It's a
jabber.
3. Okay. That would be 1, 2, 3. So you get to heal two ticks on your clock.
Excellent. I will mark that right now.
And you feel rejuvenated more so
I
than
do
your
feel
average rest.
That took me to 50% less damage.
That's not bad. That's not bad. I know Dill starts at half. I imagine if he was above half, starts at half.
I'm
Or
keeping
starts
the
at
needle.
6 o'clock anyway.
Keeping the needle.
Yeah, I got it.
just in
I got
case.
it below for the first time in a few sessions last session, but now I'm back. Back to half.
Back to half.
Back to half and not going first. Maybe going last.
In the heels? What do you mean?
In whoever the order of going through this big scary
Okay,
door.
like going
He
in.
had a
Okay.
brush with death.
Mm-hmm. They set me on fire. I'm no longer excited about being here.
Lawrence, how
You
much health
ever
do you have?
excited?
Let's find out. I have 1 tick before I die.
Oh, man. Man.
Your arms are off.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that everywhere that doesn't currently contain the lemon pfeiffer mix is injured.
My
I have
gosh.
used those parts to defend the center of my mass, my little tummy.
His arms and legs are all sparking up. His head is split like in the center down into like 2 that are kind
My
of
nose camera is cracked.
Yeah, cracked for sure.
I like that we all turned as one and all just noticed at the same time how absolutely fucked up he is.
I am fine.
Like, oh,
I have the
oh.
lemon pfeiffer. If I die, please protect the lemon pfeiffer.
How's the little guy? Where's the little guy?
Murderbot is fine as well. He is at full health.
From inside of D-Ham, you hear protecting Lemon Pfeiffer.
Is he actually fine? Because you said you were fine and you're not fine.
I protected. So my chest cavity where all my things are. That's the safest part of me, and that's where Murderbot lives.
Enough.
This is true and canon. That I guess if the Lemon Pfeiffer is safe, Murderbot would also be safe by transitive property.
Well, are these things do anything, or are they just freaking useless?
I imagine you can hook him up to his oil. Like, he's probably got some tubing that does transport liquid, and it would probably... I don't want to leave him out of all healing, just, I guess.
Can we, like, jump a car or something, or...
I think the liquid would also work for him. It would be maybe used as replacement, like, oils and whatnot.
If only I had my car. Remember my car? I remember my car. Anyway.
Mobile workstation. You know, there's probably enough gear here if you needed a workstation for anything. You could use this place as a workstation.
Yeah, I use this station to work on me. For as long as everyone will give me.
I mean,
Yeah,
if
well, we
you
need.
in your ingredients,
Gross.
you can use one of the syringes and heal a D6 as well, or like D6, equivalent to a D3.
D3 spots rolling now.
3 bats up to
1.
Oh,
Yeah, it's hard.
Brutal.
It's hard to transfer the liquid over. I think narratively that tracks. You heal 1, but it's hard to transfer
I
it
feel
over.
1% better.
Now she's got 2 more. So like, if it didn't work, maybe it's because of some spillage.
Can I take one? Can I take one from Pedal and then also jam it into DHam?
Hey,
I don't see why not, but she may.
Are you gonna let me take one, Pedal?
you're gonna have to roll for it, pal.
Oh,
I grew up
PvP
in the.
roll. PvP roll.
I mean, I don't
What
know.
do you-
No, I'm saying if you're like snatching something from me, I don't know what you're gonna do. My instincts are gonna just be to slap your hand away because I grew up in the maze, bro.
That's a maze runner Pedal over here.
Pedal pulls out a gun from the wall and shoots you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, both
I'm
of
just
you.
gonna smack us. Or if
You
you can jump
shoot
without me
me.
noticing.
You roll plus sharp Pedal, and Dill, you roll plus.
It's more of if he can, can you take it from me without me noticing?
I think that would
Because
still
like
be.
it's in my bag. Like it's like not like a I'm gonna fight you because I don't like you situation. It's more of
Yeah.
I've rolled poorly.
no.
a plus sharp. 5 plus 3 is 8 plus 3. Okay, yeah, it's an 11.
You notice Dill rooting around in your bag for sure. Jangle, 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 tug, tug.
Still.
I'm not even using my hands. I'm like snuffling at it.
One of his hands
Hey,
is injured and held to his chest.
I like tap his forehead like, hey, what are you doing? What do you want?
I'd like a healing needle.
Well, how do we ask? You can't just go rooting around in my bag. What's wrong with you?
I try showing you all of my teeth.
Oh,
Banana, we need to work on it.
The way a monkey does it.
God.
Ugh, I hate that. I hate that. Chimps are the worst.
And chimps
This
can't
is
stretch
chimp-
their whole face back.
This is a
Right.
chimp hating account. Okay. I give it to
No,
him.
don't put that on this account.
Yeah.
Chimps freak me out, man. They're too
You can't
smart.
solo vote. This is a chimp hating podcast.
Yeah,
Fine.
I can't cotton that. I love monkey.
I like monkeys. I won't say that I love chimps. I don't
Don't
think I'm
love
gonna go
chimps.
so far as say that I hate chimps.
Yes, that's fair.
But I've
I
never
would-
really spent a lot of time with them. That might
Chimps-
might change
Podcast
if I
is
had to,
neutral
like,
on
share a room with
chimpanzees.
one.
I have a
chimps
healthy
up
respect
there
for their power.
in like they're like my like up there in like top 8 animals I don't want to be trapped in a room with. They really are.
Oh, yeah, I don't want to be trapped in a room with one, but I do love them.
Mm-hmm.
Just, from afar.
Mm-hmm.
I like knowing that they exist. I like seeing video of them.
Yeah, if it wasn't for them, where would I be?
Anyways, can I have that? Can I have that syringe?
Yeah.
Yes, I've learned nothing. I
Fucking
take it and I
fine.
jam it into DM.
Wait.
Making
Before
eye
I give
contact
it-
with Pedal jams it into DM.
Before I give it to him, I like hit him in the head again, like dumb banana. Like just a gentle what?
I heal
Yeah.
for 3 this time.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
That's a lot
Yeah.
better.
Lady
Get.
Averages came back for me.
Yeah.
Go on, get.
I am feeling much better. Press 3 to party.
What does this mean for you, D-Ham? Did you like repair yourself physically? Like,
Oh, it gave me the hydraulic juice that I needed for my hand dexterity to come back, and then I just fixed myself. Just
Okay.
quicker.
Cool. I love it. I love it. Less sparking. You like, welded the cuts together as you can do.
Some of my joints are being held together by multiple throwing knives, but that's okay. It's a quick fix until I can get back to the decab.
Eventually, you could be all throwing knife. We didn't think about melting the metal down from throwing
Theseus's
knives
throwing knife?
individually. That's
Sisyphus's throwing knife,
pretty
whichever one it
wild.
is.
You were right the first time.
Theseus's throwing knife. No, okay, done with that. You guys are in a room. You've got your keys. It's easy to put them in. Are we ready to do so?
I thought you said in the last round that keys are useless because the doors are busted open.
Don't remind him of that.
Well, I mean, we can go in.
It's
Why
not.
are we using the keys if it's open?
No,
You said they were
there
useless.
is a door here. They were coming through it, and it sort of just shut after them. I may have said the sentence if the door is here, like the keys might be useless, but I don't know.
That's just what I believed.
It's just what I believed. I believed what I was told. I don't know.
Because that's what you said. I don't know.
Well, you
That's
the
the
Lord
one
said.
thing
Everything
that
you
somebody tells you on the
remember.
internet.
We teach you how to play Mario Kart and you forget the session, but you remember that I said the door was busted open. I love.
Listen.
Keys or nay, the door can be opened, and in either way, there is a door in front of you. Passable because, if closed, you have keys. If busted open, is busted open, making everything we did pointless.
I'm so
But
excited to punch this wizard.
the black space exists in front of you to lead you to what you believe to be the final board.
So do we have any idea how we want to do this? Do we want to stay close together? Do we kind of want to spread out? Any thoughts from the team?
I wish to kill him with a knife.
I mean, I like your thinking.
Thank you.
What
Press
is
1 to go with D-Ham's plan.
Edel, have you canonically ever been inside of this room that we're about to go into?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. Well,
Can I say yes?
Can we have
Can I
pedals
You
do a
can
brain
say
blast?
whatever you want. It's your canon.
yeah,
Was
make it
was
up quick.
boobies
It's really
enough
small
points
and
to get you
easy
to
to.
the final
Yeah,
round?
you can.
You did.
What?
And it's
He's
full of
actually in the
explosive
gym.
barrels.
He's actually in the closet. It's really embarrassing.
For some
He's been
reason,
in there
when you
this
enter
whole
the last
time.
room, he's tied down to a chair, and I don't know why.
Man, we built the whole walls out of explosive barrels, and the door's really, really strong.
That's actually my room full of spikes. I don't know why they
I
ran in
don't know
there.
why you would hide there, idiot.
Canonically, that's my room with spikes, and they're all dead. Oh no! But we won.
If you think Petal has been in there in her past of being in here, you can give me like a weird roll, and I'll give you some info.
Oh hell yeah! I haven't rolled for weird in a long time. Maybe that's not true. 7 plus. Wait.
Oh, wait, you know what it is? You know what it is? Sorry, not a weird roll, a cool roll for
Aw.
visions. A start of the session sort of vision.
7 plus 1 is 8.
8. Hold 2. I'm not going to worry about the number I'm holding. I'm going to give you a middle success vision. There are, as you try to recall this play space, you feel this door is familiar. You feel you've seen this door before. And you think hard to think past it and as to what lies beyond. You get flashes of imagery that kind of call you back to the pinball board that we've found ourselves on in the main play space, though I guess not for a while as a pinball board, because the two of them, Lawrence and Gabe, did it like recently more like an arena style, and you guys avoided it in almost entirely, Mike and Grace. So it is easy to. It's been a minute since we've been on it, but this sort of like black walled, neon lined. There's lots of like flashes of color and lights, and it's blinking, and there's a bit of chaos. But this one is a bit smaller. In between the flashes, you get that it. Let's see. It's a bit smaller. You're avoiding the pinballs, but lightly different, right? It's still kind of the same game. There's some targets you're trying to hit. There is you see this tall tower kind of firing the pinball at you time and again, so you know there's like other forces at play in this space. I think what I'll give you just like defined outcome is that through this door you would likely be entering in the center of a rectangular field, and there's going to be targets on the other side that you're trying to get the ball to hit. Beyond that, there's all sorts of like chaos and flashing lights and traps around you that you may face, but at a minimum you have that board. I can even give you, I'll send a picture that is probably more equivalent to a, do I have my phone? Oh, I don't have my phone. Why wouldn't I bring my phone up here? Oh, I don't have my thing on anymore, so I could just... Yay, we can see it. Yay, it doesn't take it out. You have little targets up here, these little black half circles. I won't explain the rest, but this is what I will give you. Through your flashes of memory, you get a little bit of a layout.
Okay, I'm gonna just say I described that to them because I don't want to try and describe that.
Oh, yeah. Plus, what I gave you was very, like, ethereal, hard to re-describe afterwards.
I don't know what's in there, but that's kind of what I remember what it looks like, but I don't know what those targets mean or anything like that. Maybe there's some kind of shield we could put up and walk behind it. Like, is there roll for detritus we can hold up, like a table or a door?
Yeah. Honestly, with the breaking down of like this room has been ransacked, right, by those the members of the wizards group. My brain always wants to call them pinheads, and then I'm just recalled to a different group called the pinheads, and I just don't really like, but we got the pinheads here, I imagine, who have ransacked the room. There's probably broken tables, the like like medical walling that has its little legs, but is more like sheeting almost. Is probably broken down that you could use as like sheeting to carry.
Yeah, I feel like
Tell
I
me
don't
what
know.
you use as shields too.
I feel like if who were like the tallest or strongest of us held it up in case we were worried about traps, there could at least be some kind of shield.
Dill shield?
I don't think we should split up. I think we should stick together.
Dill
I'll
goes
stay
flat.
shrouded under the dill shield.
Or we can just use the detritus.
No, Dill, hold the shield. Don't become the shield.
He doesn't want
Dill
to go
goes
first.
and
Though.
picks up the. Yeah, no, Dill doesn't want to go first.
We all go together.
Mm.
Well,
Underneath the
whoever
dill
is
shield.
holding the shield has to go first.
What do we
because they're
use
holding the
as a shield?
The wall.
Like a piece of wall?
Yep.
Piece of wall, piece of table. I'm just curious, like what's the visual of Dill going to get a shield?
I'm picturing like a jagged piece of wood with like iron holding it together. I'm picturing like Animal Crossing furniture in my head, which isn't really helpful. I don't know, just like, like your typical piece of detritus
Yeah, if
from a
there's like a
wall.
table, if there's like
I was
if there's
thinking office
like
cubicle wall.
sheet metal, office cubicle, I can
Something
tear a
long,
big chunk
wide.
of wall out of the wall if you give me a minute. Um,
Rip some countertop off one of the shops in the food
oh
court.
yeah, a big chunk of countertop is good.
Yeah, something that's wide enough that can protect us and tall enough to protect the tallest of us, or we could hunch, I suppose.
Plus, like some of those places have sinkholes, which would make a good armhole for Dill to hold like the
Yeah.
rest of it to
Yeah.
like make a long shield for other people.
That's a good
Okay,
point.
well,
Might be soft
yeah, no,
pretzels.
I jam my arm through a countertop and wrench it on out.
I like a top of a counter. I like a top of a counter. I think with the way that this place has been ransacked, it's relatively easy just to like lift a countertop off of its old housing. A little bit of shake will remove whatever wanted to hold on from the bottom, and you have yourself a pretty sturdy wall to stand behind and hold. Yeah. Why don't you give me a hard roll and just to see what kind of handholds you have. Did you get any bar behind it to be able to hold, or do you have to like wrap your arm around it to hold it up? You know what I mean?
That's an 11.
Oh, yeah, there's some steel bars behind it you can like loop your arm through, almost like just a big tower shield, right? That just have ripped out of its initial housing. Now Dill has a big tower shield, but still doesn't want to go first.
Mm-mm. Sure does not.
Well, how are we gonna get through then? If somebody's in front of us, it defeats the purpose
I know who
of
can
a
go in
shield.
front. It is time. Murder anything that you come across. And Dham opens his stomach. A murder
Two,
bot
two,
flies out.
two. Bang, bang, just off into the
Bang,
air.
two, two,
Shots
two.
echo. It says two, two, two as it starts moving towards the door that is either open or has been opened.
Yeah, okay, I'll
Okay.
follow Murderbot.
I
Murderbot
follow Dill.
disappears
Is-
into blackness. Dill does as well as Dham.
I don't know if Mike is.
Yeah, we'll leave it there for a second while Mike's on the phone. I'm going to run and grab a new glass.
So I listened to uh it amounts to like an ancient Greek farmer's almanac the other day.
The
It
most
was
Gabe-coded
some-
listen I've ever heard in my life.
It was bonkers.
Hell yeah.
Boys above the age of 12 should not sit on top of a box. It is unlucky.
Damn, bro. You better get off that box. You're gonna ruin the
It's
harvest.
bad luck. Bad thing for a girl to be born on any day ending with a 6.
What about days ending with sixes?
I mean, 3 out of the month isn't too bad. Still not
But if
great
a
odds.
boy is born on a day ending with a 6, he will be it was like prosperous and much liked, but also a liar and a snee.
Lots of sneeze are prosperous and well liked. I feel like there has to be some sort of like success to your sneeing in order to be called a snee, because otherwise you're like just ignored. I don't know. There's got to be a different title for a failed snee versus a successful snee.
So you're a single cell
Single
bacteria.
cell
No, I'm just kidding.
bacteria. The 5 single cell bacterias, or citizens of Tedville in this case, move, I imagine, through the door after Murderbot, and then Dill with his shield up. As each of you phase into this new space, it is memorable in that I guess you've been here before, or a place similar. It reminds you back to where we like first stepped into the cart space. It's like this black, almost endlessly black space, though now you can see it seems like some of this like demeanor is lifting, and you can see like kind of faded out concrete almost walls. You're in a smaller space this time rather than this endless black void. They kind of shift and fade, like their transparency is having issues, right? But you're in like a little smaller concrete room. There's 3 podiums in front of you, and then almost a copy pasted version of that door on the other side of the wall. Each of you've got numbers on your cheeks, and I've got tallies for those numbers.
No.
There is a screen on the wall that is slowly like ticking up to a higher total. Dill, your number is at 40,525, 40,525. D-Ham, your
Very
number currently
respectable.
sits at 46,750.
Woo!
Spigot,
Hot
yours at 26,900. And Petal, we've sort of talked about yours, but it's having some issues now that you're back in this room. Yours has been 8008135 for the campaign, but since we've been in here, you've done a few things here and there to earn some points. And I think the issue you've been facing is that the new point total is like trying to appear over the old point total. Not like it's changing, but that a second number is kind of trying to appear. And now that you're back in, or now that you're, back in this room, but now that you're in this room, that second number is like glitching and fading out, and you're left with like almost a line through it going down now, I guess, but the 8008135. You still have your total, and the screen on the wall above these 3 pedestals eventually comes to a rest on 114,175, 114,175. And on the 3 pedestals, the first pedestal kind of flashes, and above it appears a little like armored vest, and below it reads 50,000. And then the second pedestal flashes, and above it appears like a +1 gun, and below it reads 50,000. And the third pedestal flashes just a +1, and it reads 100,000. Below the third pedestal. And I think with Petal's roll earlier, it's enough, because I don't know that I like giving you a shitty map was enough for that mid-range. Is enough to know that Petal, you kind of recognize what these are. You got a plus armor. Someone can upgrade their armor and its rank. Someone can upgrade their weapon, or someone can get an extra in-game life. 50,000 for the armor and weapons, and 100,000 for the extra life, and the total spend is just over 100,000.
So the 100,000 is the total amount that we have as a party. It seems like, because me and Dill have like 40,000 each.
Yeah, 114,000 is your 3's total. It doesn't seem like Petal's total is included in this
That's
count.
rude.
I mean, we could upgrade the throwing knife that I have infinite of. Sure.
Yeah, it looks like you can upgrade someone's armor and someone's weapon, or get an extra life for someone.
Yeah, who needs an extra life?
Or upgrade
Yeah.
2 people's weapons, maybe, if it comes
YOLO.
back.
I'm good on lot. I don't really. I feel
Cool.
like I'm good.
Then
I don't
give
feel
me
like I need a life.
+1
I think we
knife.
should. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think we should upgrade.
What do you do, D-Ham?
I insert.
Stab it.
Like a slot?
Stab it with
Whoa!
a
Like a-
knife.
Whoa!
Is there like a slot?
Whoa!
It's just a floating like +1 gun. It seems to be like spinning on its own. This whole like little symbol.
I put the arm that has the knife throwing mechanism in it, just like into the power up.
Yeah, sure. It flashes and blinks for a second, and when you do like one of those what is it called? What, like Apex Legends, like little moments where you like flick your knife around or whatever.
Oh yeah, I do a couple of knife
Yeah,
spins,
and your knife
absolutely.
has like little etches and like jagged marks on it. You know that it's a
It glows
nastier
purple and
knife.
it says Mountain Dew on it.
For sure. You got the Mountain Dew skin. It says Desert Don't on it.
Oh, yeah.
And you like flick it around a little bit. You bring out a second to see that it's also the same and upgraded. You flick them both back
Hell
into your
yeah.
wrist.
I am all powerful.
When I did that motion first, one of my rings shot off my hand, and I'm pretty sure that while I was talking, I wasn't gonna like pick it up, but I'm pretty sure I heard it bounce into and down the vent.
Oh no.
No.
Which is like crazy because I'm in a carpeted room, so if it landed anywhere, it was for sure the vent because I heard it. Crazy. That thing's gone.
Agony.
As Dham does that, the point totals tick down to 64,175. Your guys' totals on your cheeks don't change, but the total on the screen does, right?
Man, I can't believe my numbers don't even freaking count. I have the highest score.
I will say that. Hold on, let me see what your. I did actually keep up with your change. Your second number, the number over the top of your first number would have read 8019000. So you did make some points. How many points did you make? You made
Don't
about
ask me that.
11,000 points. It looks like this run specifically. Though, to be fair, what I will say about how I counted points is that you and Spigot, your solo journey idea was off the grid. So there was a moment, like your whole extra thing was to be under the radar, and therefore I wasn't counting points for it. But their thing was just kill a bunch of dudes while on the radar. So they were just like clacking up points. You know, I can include that. I absolutely can include that 11,000 points. It doesn't really bring us up to another number, but you puts your team at a currently sitting about 75,000 points.
Well, it's the thought that counts.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you'd have to imagine with that being the case that you've spent your 8 million in the past at some point, you know?
Dang, what did I get?
A new eyeball.
Maybe. Okay, well, okay. So we could also upgrade.
Yeah, we can
What was it? Someone's
upgrade
armor.
somebody's armor. Yeah.
The weapon power up is
Or another
still
person's weapon.
floating there.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, should we upgrade another weapon or armor? I'm not sure.
I'm good on
Infinite
both.
long range knives
Yeah.
is pretty good.
Upgrade them
Infinite
again.
knives is good. Is anyone? Yeah, doubly upgrading the knives would be.
I mean,
know
we
what?
could double
I'm-
we could double pack a punch the knives, and then I've
Double
got
pack a
damage
punch
for
the knives, dude.
I just know that I'm not really carrying a weapon, and I don't have armor. I don't
Oh.
think.
I'll take
Uh,
damage for knives, guys. That's fine
I
with
mean,
me.
I think that's
Oh.
hysterical.
I think that's
I might
the way we
take.
should.
I mean, well, actually,
Are you wearing armor? Do you have armor to upgrade or a weapon upgrade?
See, That's the thing. Am I gonna get armor and a weapon?
You have armor. You've got a fuckload of armor, Grace. You got +2. That's a huge amount of armor.
That's fair.
I will say for you,
Like my thing.
no doubt, no doubt. I wanted to do point stuff. You're like looking around the room and considering for yourself, and you feel like a little buzzing in your pockets, in one of your pockets, and when you pull it out, it's the little like USB drive that reads Wizard Killer, and it's blinking. There's like a little red light that's blinking inside of it now. As you stand in this room.
I wave at the guys like, yeah, you figure it out if Spigot or D-Ham needs a thing.
I say we
'Cause he
give him
can-
double points on the knives.
Double pack
and
of
just
punch knives.
Say
let him go
less.
D-Ham.
Say less.
Mm.
And I put my arm back in the gun power up.
And when you bring it out and you're like flicking your now 3 knives around as you do so, they're all like blue and neon lined like the borders in all of your pinball games. They have like neon tubes and bars going through them now.
I'm gonna kill a wizard. I'm gonna kill a wizard.
Does Murderbot get an upgrade too? Because you guys are connected.
Not now.
Oh.
1, 1, 1, 1. But he points his guns downward, sadly. Petal, as you look around the room, you just sort of scan while they're talking amongst themselves about what to upgrade or what to change. And you see a corresponding blinking red light like on the opposite side, like the wall opposing where you guys are all looking. And upon an easy further investigation can find the little USB slot like right below that little blinking red light.
Gross, but I'll stick it in.
You do so. And
I get it on the first try, not where you put it in, it doesn't line up, and you flip it and you try it, and it still doesn't line up, and you have to check.
Well, yeah.
Like, wait,
well, I don't know. Hold on.
time?
Give me a cool roll to see how cool you do this.
Grace is psychic. Come
Oh.
on. I saw this in my vision. I know which side I need.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Oh, that's an 11.
You did see it in your vision. You know what side you need Wizard Killer up, and you put it in, and a doorway sort of like line appears in it's really hard to see it, like you see like a 50% opaque concrete wall and then void black behind it, right? So you see this tiny thin line appear shaping a doorway, and then the door just kind of pushes backwards and it's blackness, and you step into just this tiny little room, and in the center, under one of those sort of tin circular lights that they have in, I don't know, like investigator rooms where they punch it when they're trying to like interview someone intensely, and it just shakes back and forth, like one of these lights, right? Just like a little spotlight above, showing down onto a rather large machine. Do you have a description for this machine, or do you want me to describe your machine?
I always pictured it like Edge of Tomorrow machines. Have you guys seen Edge of Tomorrow? It's got Tom Cruise
Yes.
and Emily Blunt.
Yeah.
It's one of the few Tom Cruise movies I actually like. I don't know why I shared that fact, but there you go. But I'm also picturing that it has like and the only thing I never got about those machines is that they're like your human torso is so exposed in that I feel like your meaty parts are really easily
It's
get
for the
fucked
sake
up.
of acting.
Yeah.
So
I see
well,
what
mine's
you're saying.
real.
Yeah.
So mine has like a glass cage, like cab thingy. Like you can't see it, but I'm making hand gestures. But yeah, Edge of Tomorrow suit, mech suit, but you have protection because I'm not an actor, so I care about my meat suit.
Yeah, I mean, we would all be caring about the meat suit here. Maybe the top torso portion of this is like more almost Transformers style cab that you can slip into, or like the name
And
that
there's
jumps to
fuzzy
my mind
dice
is
for
Gurren
sure.
Lagann, but like,
Fuzzy dice.
fuzzy dice for sure. So it's got to be big enough, like a little cab to be able to ride in where you get to move all of the levers, right? I imagine.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys have ever gotten into like a tractor or like an excavator.
That's my question. Is
Yeah.
this like a suit you literally have to move your arm to move the arm, or do you like move levers and wheels and shit? You know what I mean?
Huh. Huh, I hadn't really thought about it until this exact
Like, is it a
moment.
I
suit
haven't
that
driven it
fits
since I
on
lost my
over your
memory, so
body, or are you sitting in a cab of like a robot?
Oh, yeah. I guess now that I'm thinking about it, now that if I'm wanting a cab, robot controlling buttons make more sense than Edge of Tomorrow
No,
mech
I mean, I just,
style. Yeah. Okay. So scrap. Well, yeah. There's Edge of Tomorrow, same look, but it's more of like Wally bucket, like square, but with like arms and legs sticking out, and they have guns. You know?
yeah,
Where do you?
Does that make
Okay.
sense?
Do you control this with a remote control?
I'm in the core
fits
of
into
it.
the cab of the mech
Oh,
So
you're
itself.
in the
it's
you're in the
more like
smusher of the Wally. Okay.
it's
Yeah, I'm
more
really.
like
That's
the
a really
machines
bad.
from Blue People Avatar that
Oh,
the
I haven't
soldiers
seen
drove.
that. I haven't seen that, but I believe you. Um, but it's got big guns.
Yes, Mike,
Like,
that's
And it
gotta be
cannot
what we've
lie.
been talking about for
Yeah.
sure, dude. Even though I know that you've been describing something and then I've been describing something moderately different, Grace, but I do think that this definitely. Hold on, I'm gonna screenshot this and send it to the group. I think that this kind of marries those worlds. Because I do think I've been looking at the picture of Edge of Tomorrow while we're talking about this. I'm gonna send this just straight to the stream room chat where I send the Craig messages.
Yep.
Except instead of holding a gun, it has like guns on its arms.
wait, why is it not opening?
Eh,
Hello?
Wherever I send the Craig link message in the stream room chat.
Oh yeah, okay, there it is. Yeah. Love that. That's great.
It also feels
I
vaguely
haven't.
what like Aliens, the movie Aliens, where they have those like
Yeah.
excavator suits that they use.
But
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So something that is like high powered and of its own. You imagine that it could jump, it could move, it might be able to have some sort of jetpack thrusters, all of which I'm willing to let this thing have. And your little key just fits right into the slot of the front, and then that glass like door opens up and you can clamber inside and acquaint yourself with what feels like it feels so intuitive for Petal as she sits in this cab. Like no roll necessary, no nothing necessary. You built this, and though you don't remember, it feels just like moving to you. Like you reach for the right thing and it stands up, and then you switch two levers and like the arms kind of stretch out a bit. And every move you make, this thing just moves like natural movement. Um on your page, on your like legend keeper, you'll find a tab called Wizard Killer. I wrote out in a fun method, I think is how it would probably be
Oh,
on there.
oh my God. I just got that. I was like, what is this gibberish
Oh hell
on
yeah.
my sheet?
That's awesome. I typed it out. I was like, this is overkill. No, I guess not. I guess not.
I mean, I didn't really look, but
No
like
doubt.
I like that. That's cute.
No doubt.
Oh yes, thank you for all this.
100%. There's a lot of gibberish below the first few line
Sure
items,
is.
truly.
I'm scrolling.
Um, Oh yeah, there's a lot of gibberish, and some of it's just like in like the very bottom section is like what happens when you suffer harm. Like, we really only are gonna like check that out when you're suffering larger amounts of harm. If you were to ram a person, you have some info there, some of which or most of which I've read over myself, so I kind of know I'll know where to direct myself. This is half for me too. Um, the big thing to worry about is you have these these 3 bars under your stats: charge, ammo, and damage. Each time you shoot your gun, mark an ammo. When your ammo is maxed up, you have a reload move below moves. How to reload your weapon. Damage you mark up like normal. You have 2 armor, so whenever you take damage, you can decrease that by, your 2 armor and take damage as necessary. Charge is a thing that it is required to use any moves. I have super simplified their charge mechanic because I cannot parse it. It's been all this time and I just could not parse it, so I've created a different mechanic. Charge is every time you do anything besides normal movement, normal lifting capacity, right? Like if you want to make this thing run fast, if you want to make this thing jump far, maybe it has some jet boosters you can use to like fly a little distance. If you want to use this thing to like shoot a bunch of your shots, right? It's all going to take charge. You just basically use a charge to do the move. Most of it's the same move as your normal person, so I'll still ask you to be like do something under fire or seize by force. Like you're still doing these moves just with much more force. This first walking suit move is to cool down and remove charge. That does take your quote unquote action or turn or whatever, but that's just the narrative moment it takes for you to like pull the right levers to release the steam and the extra energy from the suit. If you fully fill that meter at any point, fails, you'll probably fill up more of the meter than successes, right? If you try to shoot but you fail, you might fill up the meter and not hit what you're doing. You have a hard shutdown mode in which you roll plus agility info right below your those like first 3 items are the main most important things. Anything below that is like excess. Your walking suit, imagine, is like a car forced big human. You have the mobility of a human, but the force of a car, right? Anything that you think you could do with that, break down a wall. I'm gonna let you be creative. I don't want to like spit in a bunch of things that like draw your line, but you have a human suit the size or with the force of a car.
Got it. Hey guys, look. I pop out.
The whole door opens like a garage now. Click, 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 into space as your suit steps out. Or do you just step out?
No, I step out in the suit.
Oh yeah, out into the black room that you guys are in. Walking suit and pedal.
Hot diggity.
Oh, is what's her face still with us?
Alan.
Yes, Pollen is with
Yeah.
you. She was with you. Yeah. She was virtually uninjured from the last situation as well. He says, "Ah, man, I knew you had spent some time working on a solution. I just didn't know it'd be so much force. I thought we'd be sneaking out."
Yeah, I guess not.
Heavy stealth.
I guess not. Heavy stealth indeed, she laughs.
I pet Pebbles in the suit.
It takes him a second. He probably acclimates, quickly, but like it takes him a second. There's a little bit of whimpering and like eyeballing you as he approaches and sniffs the held out machine hand. Sniff, sniff. And DM's knife has been wickedly upgraded. The points tick down to 25,000. I think now that the points are below 50,000, some of those the options kind of flicker and change. There is like the third one's empty, but there is a healing syringe on the above the first one and like a magazine, like a gun magazine above the second one, each of which read, say the gun magazine reads 10k and the healing syringe reads 25k. and you have 25,000 points left. So you can buy another healing syringe, or a few of you can ammo up, basically.
What do y'all think? Is it more important? I know we've still got one healing syringe and then a bunch of unidentified syringes.
I will never need
Mhm.
bullets again for the rest of my days.
I wouldn't mind a healing syringe, I think.
Okay.
I think
Then
now that
let's,
we're down to this point.
yeah, I would
Mhm.
say healing syringe because I've got ammo for my pistol and I've got the shotgun t-shirt cannon, so I think I'm good.
Oh,
So
and you found an extra magazine for your pistol. That's right.
yeah,
That's right.
I'm set.
Yeah.
go for it.
All right, jam it on in there.
Oh, do you
Damn
use
what?
it on yourself right away? Just grab and use?
Yep.
Bam. All
Yep.
right. Heal, roll a d6 and heal a d3 worth of that, right? Whatever that equates to.
2.
2. You heal 2 more points.
2.
You feel that, I think you feel some of, I always imagine a burn, like a really bad burn looking almost raisiny, like you've desiccated the skin in some way. It like shrivels up. Some of that hydrates. It's not as shriveled raisiny on your right arm now as it was before. You feel like you could stretch some life back into it.
Okay.
Yeah, and your points tick down to 175. Nothing to use there.
I
And
have
one
my shield.
circus peanut shows up
Yeah,
for 175.
little snack, little snacky.
Yeah.
Is there any jerky?
A circus peanut and some jerky, but the jerky's 250.
Oh.
Ugh.
You just can't
fuck,
afford it. There
prices
is
these
jerky.
days. Ugh.
But you guys have a door to go through. It's like a big red, shiny, opulently carved final door.
I would say we let Petal go first.
Just really going guns a-blazing?
Well,
Guns
I mean, at
akimbo.
least prepared. Yeah.
Guns akimbo.
Oh, God.
Ugh.
The machine falls to the side and then just shoots both of its guns.
But
I think
I
marching
mean,
order should be Pedal, Dill, the Ham, Spigot.
Yeah.
Murderbot first.
After Murderbot, of course.
yeah,
Murderbot
Murderbot is
Pedal.
so excited to lead the charge.
Murderbot
That's all that he's ever
entirely
wanted to do.
first. Okay.
and Pebbles can be in the back.
The
He
team
can guard our 6.
in your line comes forcing through the red opulent door in front of you. Murderbot charging ahead. We got Petal in her wizard killer mech suit following. This is built up. This is scrap pieces. This is scrap tubing, whatever she could find, wherever she could find it, to build up this suit in her like off hours, her side time. But she did so
There's
well.
definitely chunks of Annie Ann's there. There's chunks of an Annie Ann's built into the suit.
It's
There's
fantastic.
like a faded pretzel on part of an arm.
I love it.
Or like an Anne somewhere. Auntie.
Down like the leg, it says Auntie Anne's. You have like one strip of metal you cut in half. It almost looks like your robot's leg tattoo.
Pedal, was that your name before you were Pedal? Are you Auntie Anne?
Still smells like pretzel in the suit.
Oh fuck yeah! I love it. It so smells like pretzels. I need that for like, morale and stuff.
Pedal kicking through the door, following Murderbot. The team coming in, shields held high, and team behind the shields. Pollen, doing a little dive roll through with her t-shirt cannon gun as well. All of you landing on the field, a wide rectangular field. In front of you, on the opposing side. So we come in on one long side of the field and a short, cross to the other long side of the field. In the center and at each corner, in front of you, are 3 targets, one in the center and one at each corner. A big tower beyond the wall that hems in this field. Big tower in the center one. It's a big opening, yawning wide at the bottom of it, overtaking this circle on the bottom. As it sits in the middle, the floor dropped away. There really is no target in the middle. It almost like a pinball hole. Like if the pinball were to hit it, it would just sink into the tower. The tower, though, as you're entering, is like slowly moving in between 3 points, the middle point or either of the corners. And as it hits one of those points, the target drops away, revealing just a pinball hole for the pinball to fall into. At the top, another hole where very quickly it like slides open, revealing the silver of a pinball ready to be fired out. There's a crowd hemming in the space, all cheering loudly, and what are they chanting? Dickle, Dickle. I think it's that crouch. Dickle, Dickle. The crowd's going wild because they have loved your team so far. Unbeknownst to you folks, they have been watching, but from above. Some of them are wearing like, I don't know, like hats, or they're holding like clappers or signs that like let you know they've been watching your game. Something from In the Maze or references from In the House of Terror where we felt alone, but they are showing now that they have been watching all of the games, and the crowd is just going wild for your team as you enter the
They've
field.
got bootleg merch.
They do. I don't know if it's bootleg. I think the crowd is the crowd is selling it. I guess it is bootleg. I don't know if there's an official
I'm not getting
here.
money off of that.
Well, that's true. I guess that's true. So yes, yeah, they got bootleg merch.
I'm going to sue you. Expect a notify from my
They go
lawyer.
wild. There's a
Who has-
D-Ham corner.
Wait, who has the most merch?
Who has the most merch?
Yeah, and pick your
Yeah,
favorite
who's
right
the-
now.
Pedal.
Like,
Anyone
whose
got
merch
any
is like?
legacy pedal merch?
I was gonna say Pedal probably has the most merch because there is definitely some like
fuck
OG
yeah.
Pedal merch as well as whatever you've garnered for yourself this time around. You're like,
I was a pedal fan before it was cool.
I was a Pedal fan before it was cool. There was a bunch of fans here for Pedal that before it was cool. The crowd's just genuinely going wild for you. You can see above you in the sky the wizard's face. He comes down to like a point above this tower, like the hologram on the sky above you. You can see like sections down, almost like drains into this tower, like it's projecting it. The tower that moves back and forth between these points. You can see a small shape up there waving its hands around, but you're getting most of your visuals from the hologram projected on the sky. And the wizard congratulates you. Congratulations for making it to my, final game. Not
I throw
many
a knife
make
at
it
the projection.
beyond here, but... What?
I throw a knife at the projection, just to keep up theme.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But he doesn't
The
stop,
knife
I guess,
cuts
like I
through
did.
space itself.
It flies up and sticks into the ceiling, and the
It kills him instantly.
he dies. No, he you see his like image kind of glitch out. He looks a little annoyed at that. He says, "Getting better at that, huh? Well, you will all soon join the crowd enough. But for now, let me show you why this is the final game." And as he says final, the sky like flickers red and green for a second. And the pinball you see like shines at the top of the tower. And it jolts back into the tower before firing out directly at your pod of team. Bot in the front. And he says, "Pedal, this one's for you." And the ball is flying right at your team, but Pedal's in the front because she's in her machine, and that was the order we came in.
How big is the ball?
Pinball. It's the big pinball we've been dealing with. Bigger than... Like, if... I would imagine that it takes, like, 2.5 of someone to reach the height of the ball. So, like, 2.5 D-hams. Right.
I'm gonna act fast then. Uh, come around front of Petal, put my shield, my big board up against the front of Petal's machine, and then sort of soften myself to make the first incline of a ramp so that the ball can just ramp off of the shield and maybe into the crowd.
Oh God.
Oh, give me you're trying to soften yourself, but it feels like a hard roll.
I'm here for a hard roll. I'm hard as hell.
Gross.
You're
That was
gross.
mean.
You're gross.
How hard am I?
And +2 and experience.
Too hard. Too hard. So that's a 12.
That's a 12. You
Nice.
do just that. You jump in front, softening your blow and like angling the board just enough to where it when hits would ramp up over you and over Pedal the robot and just kind of right back behind you guys because you're against the wall and into the crowd. You hear some screams of protest and pain from up there. The crowd still loves it, except for that little pocket of folk. Everyone else goes crazy over that. And you hear a tisk, tisk, tisk from the wizard, and that ball starts to fade out. And you see the silver lining start to appear back in the top of the tower as it shifts from the middle section to, we'll say, like the right hole. And he says, ready for my surprise shots. Okay. Well, let's get this game underway. And you hear a loud flip switch, that the sound of a switch in like a warehouse, click, echo, right? And some electricity forming over top, and as you look up, you see the dangling machinery of a massive engine above you, like accumulating electricity into its point, and it just like a drop of pure energy falling down and crashing into the center of the arena is a similar robot, though much more like refined and built to purpose. It looks familiar to Dham and Dill, who have faced when we were back on like our distraction arena pinball, and it was just the two of you, and at the very end you were facing a bunch of forces, and the wizard says that my general could take care of this and drop down a big old robot on top of you. This is what you're drawn back to, though instead of I don't know, like shoddy exposed wiring, this thing is like plate sheeting and humanoid. It is
Oh no, he's got rivets.
riveted. Pieces of it, block pieces of it, right? It is a built like combat bot. And it drops into the center, and a little face digitally comes up over the front with like two eyes and a little smiley face.
And a number that reads 40 billion.
Infinity, 8 but sideways on top of its eyes. And it points, I don't know, like a rounded arm at the three of you, and three little spinning barrels start up on the front of it. And finally, to begin our game, another shot is sounded from the top of the tower, and a ball sails to the right of you and hits the wall and starts this, like, projection bounce between the walls, like front to back, front to back, front to back. And that's where we're going to kick off. So you 5 will start with big bot has dropped down into the center in front of you. Petal, you recognize it, but getting much more information beyond recognizing it will take some focus, right? And the ball starts its arc back and forth. It hits the back wall and shoots towards the front before it starts coming back towards the back wall. What do the 5 of you do? You have Root on your team, so she
So,
Colin.
are there any other ads, or is it just the general?
just the general, and that's the only ad on the board.
Okay, then I'm gonna throw a knife at him.
Do we have a win condition? Just beat him?
We have to get. There's 3 targets on the back wall. We have to get the ping pong ball to hit that, or the
Yeah.
pinball ball.
Pinball, yeah.
Pinball ball. Okay.
But he's also going to be attacking us while we're doing
I
it.
got a
The-
13 to hit him.
Yeah, the board hasn't made it clear what your win condition is, but that is a fair observation.
Based on Petal's vision, that's what I believe the win condition to be.
3 of your knives pepper the front, sticking dead into the metal. They do. It doesn't really stop it, but bam, bam, bam. You know your knives aren't just
Doesn't
like
really stop
bouncing
it
off,
yet.
right? Exactly.
And then
You
I
let
run
them
Yeah, I
out of
think
the
it's-
trajectory of the ball.
It's about time for Petal to show us what her combat bot's all about, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I can
Uh,
if we know the win condition, I can distract it for like 12 seconds, but it's gonna be like Hulk fighting Thanos in Infinity War. So only if we know what we're doing am I gonna stand and just get walloped on for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
But,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I'm scrolling my thingies on my.
Think we're going to depend
Suit.
upon Petal to distract this thing while we try and get the targets.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like maybe the way to go.
And Petal,
Yeah,
try and shoot
I'm-
one.
you're there. I think that there may be more functions of your suit than just beating down a door, right? There may be like communication features, stealth features. I'm okay with you like interjecting something that you built this suit to do, right? Because this is like this in my canon was Petal's ultimate weapon against the wizard and his antics, right? So you would at 8 million and above points have an idea of what he has to offer, right? And maybe have built safeguards. So if you have ideas of things that it can do that are beyond, I put a few things up here top, like when it says beyond the above normal movement, right? It includes making use of its weapons, special movements, carrying great loads, whatever. Like maybe you can dive into its communications. Maybe you can try to break down the connection between these things. Like this whole place kind of seems psychic and electronic, and I think that you might have more ways in than just bashing down a door. Just so you know, you feel free to like improv what it's got, because we didn't really get to build up what this suit can do.
No, yeah. Okay, sorry, I'm just trying to picture in my head what this robot looks like. Is this robot have a person in it too, or is this just a completely...
You're the person in it.
No, the other one.
Oh, the other one is pretty similar in build to yours, but rather than like a glass box being on the front, there's like a digital black screen covering up any apparent signs of there being someone inside. Just a digital black screen.
Got it. Okay. Well, if everyone else is gonna be focusing on the ball, and figuring out how to get that onto the targets, I'm gonna shoot it with like a little rocket launcher situation, like Tony Stark in his first suit. You know how it has like those little things where like there aren't very many missiles in there,
Sure.
but it's not like
What?
a giant missile.
No,
But it's
sure.
like
Like a little single rocket you fire off at it. What's your? I think we picked a weapon. You
Tank
picked like
missile.
the.
tank missile.
You picked like the. I think it was through Discord that we messaged about your weapons. As far
If
as
we're
your
talking about shooting, I
yeah,
also want to take a pot shot, just to see what happens with one of my
Yeah, if Dill wants to shoot first,
with one of my balls.
my phone's downstairs. I think that you took the what is it called? It wasn't the RPG. It was like a almost like
let me
Gatling
see.
gun, right?
Let
Bang,
Gabe
bang,
do
bang, bang,
his
bang.
thing, and I can look it up.
I think we did that through text messages because I just checked on Discord and I didn't see it.
Gabe wants to do a thing, and I'll check. Well, I said I can.
What
check
you
my
got, Gabe?
messages.
What'd you say you wanted to do?
My initial thought was I was going to actually shoot at these targets back behind here, because maybe they don't have to respond to the pinball. Maybe we can just shoot them with something, and I've got somethings.
Got a game gun.
So fire off one of my pool balls.
Oh, you also have just a slingshot and pool balls. Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Yep, just shoot it off, see what happens.
Yeah. Act under fire, probably. Is that what you normally? What do you do for your knife throws, Lawrence?
I do weird because I
'cause you're
sub
special.
any act under fire roll.
Oh
with
yeah,
weird.
okay, so yeah, act under fire.
7.
You fire some pool balls off at the because he's off on the right. He's off on the right target now. You fire some pool balls off at the middle target that is has become present since he shifted away from that space in his tower. The whole tower kind of sliding along the back wall pretty smoothly. Your pool balls hit it and crack and shatter and send the pieces like flying as they do when they hit like your target that you're aiming for, but I don't think that anything else happens. Like there's no note that the target has been hit. There's no like lights or ding ding dinging that goes off. Just
Okay.
some ammo
Well,
shatters out,
informative.
yeah. Yeah. Pedal, have you seen was I
Yeah,
right
it's
about our
50. It's the 50.
yeah, 50 caliber
continuous.
machine gun, blah blah blah. Yours starts rotating too and fires up.
Jesus.
Yeah, these are two big boys. These are two big
I really don't want to get shot by any of these because my arms
Yeah.
will not prevent the lemon pfeiffer from going kaput.
I
have one more thing that I've thought about also that I don't want to reveal yet, but I have one more thing that I have already thought of that I want my machine to have.
Okay. It's not now though. You fire off your
Yeah,
50 caliber.
I'm firing the fuck out of it. Yeah.
Okay, give me a mark one charge on your suit, and then give me an act under fire, which is just your normal roll plus. Cool, I believe. Is it sharp? This fucking game. I don't know why I can never remember.
Let me make sure what was my bonus. Let me go
Under fire is cool.
Cool. Yeah, roll
To
plus
do
cool.
something under fire is cool.
Got it. Okay. Plus 4 plus 1 is a dirty 10.
A dirty 10. You fire off your shots and pepper also the front of this We'll say you pepper the front of the screen. It cracks parts of the digital screen that cover the front of it. And I think with the 10, you actually see the digital screen glitches and phases a little bit in between. You know you cause damage because this glitching occurs, right? But in between, you swear you see like green bubbly liquid inside, and then it flashes back to black.
Mm,
Apple
well, that's
Pfeiffer?
weird.
Apple Pfeiffer? Is it run by Apple Pfeiffer? Spigot, you're the only one that hasn't acted. Give me what are you up to first? Are you just like waiting to see? Are you examining? What's your like take on this? Are we just like waiting till
I
others go?
Yeah, no, I'm kind of watching the pinball that's in play to see if I can kind of figure out which way it's going to see if maybe I can call on Dill to help redirect it towards a target.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to stay back from these two metal monsters while sort of plotting next moves.
Then give me, let's see. Maybe
Of
read a
course, I guess
sitch.
the pack beast is with me too, so but I
Pack
don't
beast
know
is
that the
with the
pack
gang,
beast
yeah.
is let's see, Rita Sitch is sharp, with plus
Yes.
sharp.
Roll plus sharp.
Hey, that's not great. That's a 5 plus 2 is 7.
A 7. You can ask one question from this read a sitch list.
Let's see. Where is that Rita Sitch list? Is that under moves?
It is under
Right?
basic moves, yeah.
If you look at your character sheet in the table with your stats, it just is there.
Oh yeah, and then you can
Just
hover
your
over it.
cursor over it,
Mm-hmm.
and
Oh,
it'll
that's
pull up
right.
the
That's
list
right.
of questions. What should I be on the
Oh,
lookout for? Is good. Which enemy is the most vulnerable? Could be neat if you could like twist that into, where's his big weak point.
oh yeah.
Who's in
But I
control here? If we're looking for like, where's the wizard's box?
let's see. Which enemy is vulnerable to me? Which enemy is well, I think I know the biggest threat. So yeah, if I'm looking as the enemies as being the targets, which enemy is most vulnerable to me right now? Like, is there one of these targets that I'm most likely to be able to get by redirecting the ball, or where should I focus my attention? If that works.
Yeah, so if he is like, and unfortunately if I've noticed, I'm trying to learn how to be better at describing the shapes I draw on my notebook, but if we I'm gonna draw a shape here. So if he's off on the right side of the board, right, he's got these 3 holes, so he's at a corner across from you guys. If he fires his ball, his goal is to not rebound it into the open hole. Clearly, like
Hmm.
that would be how he has chosen to fire this ball. So you know that if he fires his ball from this right turret, you can see the angle. It's like bouncing down and around the
Yeah,
holes, right? So that it would
yeah.
continue around the board unimpeded unless something changes. And his
Okay.
hope, you would imagine after seeing this, is that it hits one of you to change its path.
Right.
He's created this like field hazard for you. It's bouncing in between the holes. So you know that someone's going to have to do something in order to affect its trajectory.
Yep.
Whether that's you, I think you think this to yourself, right? Like Dill stepping in front with his shield and redirecting it. You guys could work together to like take that brunt off of him, or the robot getting in the way and taking a hit for someone. On its own, it is masterfully planned to bounce around the board, and you could probably bet with a roll like that to end up back at or I guess with your question anyway, to end up back at the turret eventually. Like he wouldn't have to move if nothing changed to catch the
Yeah.
ball almost. Um
Okay.
Yeah. I think you with a roll into observing your environment, I think in your observation as you're like watching and examining, um hmm, actually give me an open your brain roll to tie some stuff together for
All
Spigot
right.
in your
Ooh,
observations.
brain. All right, that's weird. So I'm a +0, so that will just be a straight die roll. And that's an 8.
And that's an 8. The machine above you seems to be outputting a lot more power than a machine of its size. You can see that a lot of work and effort has been put into like the way that this machine projects its power. A lot it is fielded currently, but there seem to be lines like dipping in and out of the ceiling and into the wall, like all the way down that lead to some of these targets. Like there are
Hmm.
output I don't know, output like meters or sensors or whatever behind these targets that he's created into some sort of a game, but would impact the machine above you. With the way that it's running and it's churning and chugging and like there's probably like pistons pumping up and down. Um, the way that it's doing that, I think you get the idea, is pretty intricate and difficult machine-wise to pull off. It takes a very specific kind of power source or mind in order to do anything with a machine like that.
Hmm. Okay.
Mm,
I'm gonna have to ponder what to do with those cables and what to do with that machine. So
yep. Mm-hmm.
I think I'm gonna move next to Dill and kind of share my plan of trying to redirect the ball to start to hit the targets. And I'm hoping maybe Pollen and Pack Beast will stay with us as we work on that.
Mm-hmm.
Pebbles.
And
Yeah,
pollen.
sorry, Pebbles, the Pack
Oh,
Beast.
pollen and pebbles. Not
Pollen and Pebbles, yeah.
that's funny. Um The ball bounces off of the wall behind you folks and skirts up the field towards the front wall. And as it hits the front wall, you see that front wall like shoots out a little bit and creates an angle. And the ball bounces directly at your group rather than as it were to bounce around your group. But the wall itself seems to be maneuverable from this tower. And I think with all of Spigot's observations, it's relatively easy for you to dive out of the way or warn your crew of this. I'll let you choose. You either get a +1 to you dodging, or you can give a +1 to your crew dodging.
I would give the +1 to the crew.
Okay.
Look out!
Uh, Pedal, you give me an agility roll because you're in your robot. Anytime we do like dodge or well, actually, you can tell me if you want to dodge the ball, you can give me agility. If you want to do anything else, like withstand the brunt of the ball, you can give me power. Everyone else, again, it's either hard to withstand or sharp to dodge, I bet.
I'm gonna
Um,
dodge.
this idea of redirecting the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
I have this big shield. Would I be able to like catch the ball on this big shield and redirect it, just sort of pivot and let the ball's own momentum carry it towards one of the targets?
Yeah. Yeah. That feels like a withstand roll just to keep the shield up behind this force of the ball.
I rolled an
8
8
plus
to
2
avoid.
is 10.
10. Okay. Pedal, you rolled an 8. Your machine, I think with that roll, you are in front at this point. No, Dill has stepped in front of you. I think Dill's 10 makes your 8 kind of moot, because he just totally does his successfully. He brings up his shield and protects you. You jump out of the way almost sloppily, like stepping over yourself. You would have dodged, maybe gotten hit a bit, but it all seems kind of unnecessary as Dill is able to just hold position and redirect the ball towards left bumper, middle bumper, or like left target, middle target. You want to cross the field? Do you want to get the middle field?
Probably left target.
Left target. You redirect the ball, angling your wall. It slams into you, sending you back a couple steps, but you're able to stay true as the ball redirects towards the left side of the field and towards the left target. You can see the tower start to move very quickly towards that left target, like skate across the back of the field. But with your just instant readiness to reflect and good roll, the tower is unable to make it that far. It like makes it 3/4 of the way before the ball hits the target, and you see a bunch of lights go off across, ding ding ding. The crowd goes like wild, and then the tower clicks into that space. The target drops below the floor, and you see the wizard's face scowl above, and scowls for a second, and he says, you shouldn't be doing the game this fast. You don't want to pass up your friends, do you? And lights shine up from the bottom of the floor next to 2 dangling targets next to this machine. One, a small child that you recognize, Twiggy, unconscious and dangling next to the machine on the ceiling, and one large and just fighting against its bounds to get out, Branch, the affected Hulk-like Branch, trying to fight these chains that bind it, but unable to break free, still also dangling next to this machine. And those lights stay up, like angling at these 2 people from down below. That target goes off and a big light turns on above it, and the tower slowly clicks back into the middle space, putting a hole down there. The other target doesn't come back up because you've already hit it. You got left and middle target now, right and middle target now to hit, but he's in the middle. And here you are.
And our friends are where in regards to the target? Are they right in front of the target?
Well above you. They're
Well
above you next to like a big generator that's rooted into all this.
Got it.
The machinery above, right?
What are they suspended by?
Thick chain.
Oh, okay.
Less thick for the child than for the big dude. Maybe rope for the child. Literally, like it's a kid.
I throw a knife at the rope. Am I under the child? I throw a knife at the rope.
Give me a sharp roll.
Here I go. Snake eyes.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Twiggy just got killed.
The shape like
Bye,
shakes in the
Twiggy.
air and then goes like pendulum swing to come back to neutral. I don't think any noise is made. You just struck the form.
Fortunately, I'm a bad shot and I hit it with the hilt.
I think you strike the main body and then slowly it starts to slump forward and then like roll down the chain. Your knife may be sharp enough to break whatever link it was at, right? And then it just slowly unwinds it and just drops it. Yeah, so the body of Twiggy falls through the air, but because of your snake eyes for Max, I imagine you're not underneath of it as Twiggy's body falls
But you know
through
who
the air.
could be? Murderbot. Flying through the air to save the day.
I'll try, Father.
Hasn't taken an action yet.
Murderbot
Let's go, Murderbot.
floats quickly. Let's see what Murderbot rolls. Uh-oh.
Murderbot shoots the child with his guns. Uh-oh.
You
No.
tell me what Murderbot is rolling for. Is this a sharp roll, hard roll, cool roll? What is this?
Cool.
Cool roll? Murderbot got a 6.
I don't know what his stats are, but I feel like it's cool.
Murderbot gets under the shape. And the shape crashes into Murderbot. Murderbot and the shape hit the ground. Murderbot was unable to carry shape.
Oh.
I'm going to make a roll for Twiggy here. I did.
Death saving roll.
But the shape hits Murderbot, and Murderbot and the shape hit the ground with a crunch.
I'm proud of you. You
It-
gave it
I-
your best shot.
I say it.
You did. You did. You did.
Oh. Yours die?
You hear a groan from the shape above Murderbot, but Murderbot like glitches out and gives you a face down sound. The ball, though, hitting the left bumper hits that corner and reflects like back at a wall. It's continuing its like bounce around. It doesn't phase away. Danger still present. What do you... Let's see, Pedal and the bot. I think that it's gonna take its first action and sweep its rotating barrel arm up towards Pedal and fire its gun a few times. Bang, bang, bang. Also, probably that 50 caliber, right? It's got the same sort of rotating barrel that you have maybe on the bottom of one of your arms. Give me 1 second. Let's see what these wizard killer. Is there anything like cover ground? We're just using a gun, so maybe it's all that's for ramming. None of this is really for shooting. So let's see moves. It's just shooting you like a gun, so it's probably act under fire. Basic moves. Yeah. Actually, this is gonna... No, it doesn't do that. You see, so it threateningly started to rotate up its gun. And it's still rotating. It lifts up on some like little jet thrusters on its feet, is gonna try to like tackle you and shift you to the side out of this group. A go aggro roll. It's trying to move you away from the group so it can take care of you. And it's gonna roll plus hard.
A poopy.
A 10 on a 10 plus, 10 on a 10 plus. Force your hand and suck it up, cave, and do what you want. So it's just gonna force forward and like hook its arms down in a 90-degree angle and hook up under your arms and drag your feet forward and to the right. And we'll say like it kind of spins around and tries to put your back towards the ball, so it's like ready to redirect, just like Dill did, but with you as its wall. What do you do, or the team does? It has hooked you and is like dragging your feet along the ground and putting you in the path of the ball.
I'd roll to help, but I've got no history.
I mean, a 0 is better than a negative.
I suppose that's true.
Yeah, you don't want me to roll to help. I've got a minus. No, actually, that's with Spigot. I could also roll a nothing bonus, a flat roll.
I got a +1, so I could help.
Is my face facing towards them, or am I facing away from them?
Like the robot that you're encountering?
Mm-hmm.
Facing towards. You're probably like right up against it.
Okay, then I'm gonna try and kick it. If it's got my arms clamped down.
Yeah, kick his robot right in the balls.
Mm-hmm.
Kick him in the balls.
Ouch, my servos.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
That's what the robot says when I kick it in the balls.
Yeah, right. Thank you. Give me
You
no
should put her in there.
the light. We've
How did
got.
I roll to kick him in the balls? I don't know.
If you
I
can
rolled a
tell me
9.
what, if you, so there is the cave and do what you want. If you can tell me what you want from this, is that just to stop carrying you? Is that to make them back off? What is your
My
end
goal
goal to
is
this
to
kick?
it so it like releases its hold on me, and then my next move is that I thought it would be cool because of all the tech stuff, because I figured there would be another robot that we would have that I'd have to robot duel. I thought of like an electronic net that like I fire from my
That like websites to
arm.
run.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Like I throw a computer at them. No, the like
Plank.
electrified net that could like fry the other robot
Mm-hmm.
if I
Mm-hmm.
like, you know,
Sure.
fire it at it.
Yeah. You.
And I rolled I don't know what the plus is, but I rolled a 9. I don't know what
It's gonna
pluses
be
are
plus
to
hard,
kick.
or no? It's gonna be plus your power because you are. Feel like not
Oh, I need
using
to
your
scroll.
speed.
Scroll over to look at my other things. Because I'm looking at my moves. Okay. Plus power, plus 2. Okay, 11.
11. So it picks you up and tries to like put your back towards this ball, but you're able to swipe your arms, like do the little like windmill down and around to break their hold on you, right? Um
Does it
and
have balls? If it's 11, can I get in the balls?
you kick it where its balls would be. It's a robot.
Hell
Who
yeah.
builds balls on a robot? But you kick it, where its balls would be. You hear some grinding
Hell
and
yeah.
some servo.
Deham
Bunch of
blushes.
apocalypse perverts.
That's true. It's like truck nuts, but they built testicles onto the robot.
Ugh.
It's the worst truck nuts ever. Bot balls is what they call them. Um,
Right, and it's bot balls.
the bot struggles and grasps at where its testicles should be and drops to one knee briefly. But the big bit is that you've done so in front of the ball. And as it's like struggling, it gets struck in the back by the ball and it changes its trajectory a bit, bouncing now a little bit more wildly. It directs back at the middle hole, but the tower being there now is just a hole, and the ball will say slides right into the tower, and you can see it form back up at the top like they're ready to fire it, angling now down or like at the direction of the party. The bot though struggles a bit in this striking, and some of its servos are whirring and sparking out, and you can see the digital screen flashing in and out. Now when you see the digital screen flash out for just a second, you see the shadow of like a humanoid figure in this green liquid, like floating up and down in the green liquid before the screen comes back on. Then the robot tries to push itself to its feet. You raise your arm and fire the net, and it envelops the robot and shocks it a bit, and it seems to be struggling to get up to its feet, though I should give it a withstand roll. That's what I mean. It's struggling to get up to its feet. You can see the electricity and like I think the way the skeleton would be seen in a cartoon when it's a person shocked. You see the
Yeah,
the
whoever's in there,
wires and
sorry.
shit. See a small
cooked in a-
skeleton indoors
They're
of
cooked
the
in a can
robot.
of tuna. Mm.
But they're
Smells
trying
like
to make
meat.
their way to their force the robot to force them to their feet. And the
I don't
tower
know,
facing
man.
a ball down at your team. How do we position? What do we do before the next volley is fired?
I'm just gonna get out of the trajectory. If the robot looks like it's
You should all
incapacitated for a
stand
bit.
directly in front of the targets.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's only 2 targets left, so I think Dham is gonna run off to a target.
Come
Not checking
fire
on
the
the
ball
safety
right
and
at the
well-being.
targets. I mean, at us, sir.
I'm not gonna check on the well-being of the child or
Roll
my
to
child.
taunt. Nice.
The kid made one moan and makes no more noises. The the team runs and splits up and jumps in front of the targets like, come on, get me.
So, can we send Pollen to get the kid? If she doesn't want to go get him, then Spigot would go get the kid to get him out of the way.
I think that's a great point. I think Pollen would be all over Twiggy, who has fallen, running over and trying to like scoop him up and get him to a safe corner of the field. I imagine she like scoops him up and tries to hide behind Dill, who seems like the mobile wall, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I
Dill
think
pays
she's
no
just
heed to this.
she what? Wait, what?
Dill isn't paying any attention to this.
As you turn, just like examining, she's trying to like stay behind you. But your team pedal dodges kind of out of the way to a safe place of the field, and Spigot, Dham, and Dill all shore up in front of the 2 targets, like fire at me if you're gonna fire. The turret above you folks having to fire and bounce it, like bank it off the back wall in order to hit one of these targets anyway, is holding its fire. And you see the wizard above you scowl and tisk and says, I'm going to need help from the crowd. We're going to need to pull them back onto the field. And a few of the more fanatical crowd members start to jump down off of the their like riser barriers and into the opposing side of the field and close in on you folks. There's probably like 8 of them closing in, 4 on each of these groups.
You guys don't know anything about upgraded knives.
I pull out a handgun from my chest cavity, and I am akimbo, knives throwing out of one hand, pistol being shot in the other hand.
Yeah, I think between
my
him
goodness.
and the Gatling gun on Pedal's robot, I think we're probably fine.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 9 for me.
I punched the target just to see what happens.
Oh.
Give me a hard roll.
Uh, 7.
You feel a jolt
But
through
I
your
do
system
level up.
as you connect with it. With a 7, you level up. Oh, on the hard roll experience.
Yay!
You feel a jolt through your system. It shocks like you grabbed an outlet. Like you feel a good sharp shock to your fingers, the knuckles that connect with it. Taking 1 through armor, but nothing else occurs. Lights don't go off and all that.
And Spigot's
Dham,
gonna draw his shotgun, but he's gonna wait until they get close before he fires.
Pedal.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm also gonna. I don't think I want to start just shooting,
You don't?
or should I? I mean, I guess.
No, I'm asking. I just want to make sure.
Oh, I just want to have like be ready. I just want to be ready. You know, I don't know what our big game plan is. So I just kind of want to.
Yeah, I think the just start shooting part of the game plan is probably handled at this point.
Yeah, that's. I think I just want to be ready.
Okay. Okay. Why don't you give me a sharp roll to like examine the field for your best assault point, right?
That's a 9. Ooh, +3 to sharp. Thank goodness.
You stand back and watch as your allies start firing knives and guns into the crowd that's jumping off of their barriers, starting to rush for you, just trying to force your team away from the targets so that the wizard can seemingly target you guys better with the ball. Pollen isn't so much of a help as she's trying to carry Twiggy now, right? She's just trying to keep him off the ground and behind Dill wherever the safest part is. It's the only moving barrier in the room. This robot is starting to struggle against the restraints of this electric net and like stretch it out, trying to break through. In this moment that you're like watching this occur, I think you get some inklings on this robot. You get the idea that you helped build this robot. With all you've seen, there's someone piloting this robot, though you're not sure how directly because they're in a vat of liquid right now. Like whatever's inside that robot is liquid and there's someone in there. So they're piloting it, but are they doing it directly or indirectly? You're not sure. But you did. This feels like prototype to the bot you're in now. The bot you're in now a lot more mobile, a lot more quick on its feet, I think. This one's sort of prototypey as it's trying to struggle against this. You like recognize the way that it's moving and whatnot. The others, let's see. Dham, what was your do
It
something
was
under fire?
a 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It was an 11.
Nice. Spigot, why don't you give me one too? You're waiting till the right moment, but you're the close range. Dham's the long
No
range.
worries. Under fire. That is going to be a 10 plus 2. That's 12.
Damn, with the two of you. Oh boy, Dill.
They die before they reach
die,
the ground
yeah.
below
I
the
mean, the
stands.
two of you, we got knives flicking. Some of them die in midair on their drop to the ground, pinned up against the wall. Some of them just like, some of them dive up under a knife, it cutting a cheek as they like swirl under it, only to come face to face with Spigot's like t-shirt cannon flat gun that just launches them backwards as they bounce and hit the wall. Also, Dill, you're acting as a shield. What was your goal in this moment? Did I get one from you? I just want to make sure I'm not like forgetting. I don't think I got one from you.
No, I don't really have a goal, but I did level up. And I took the perk blood crazed. So when I deal
Boy.
harm, I deal +1 harm. And I'm gonna say that Dill up until now has really only been consuming toxins and poisons.
Oh no.
Mm. Oh boy.
A dude jumps at the front of your big like counter shield and tries to like stab you behind it. Are we talking what do you do?
like he's like dangling over top of the shield.
Yeah, he's like holding onto your arm. Wait, no, because you have back braces. He's like found a grip in the front of the shield and he's trying to swing his arm around behind to stab you holding the shield.
Just for the sake of the moment, we're gonna say that my other arm is busy doing something. So I'm just gonna like bring the shield down so that he's within bite range and then take a bite out of him.
Oh man.
Take a big bite. You fill your whole gullet
Jesus
with this dude's
Christ.
nasty blood.
I imagine he goes from like, yeah, come here to like, oh
no, let me out. Let me
Um,
behind the shield. Keep the shield here.
My fanaticism only
scary.
goes so far. I am now afraid.
I don't like this. So give me a sucker someone. We never got to roll it. This dude is unsuspecting and helpless to this attack cuz he thinks he has the upper hand entirely. Like you're just in defense mode. No way you could bite his arm off.
sucker someone. So
I guess it's more for like the idea of succering someone. Like he doesn't really see this bite coming, right? I don't really know what the cave and do what you want. I guess the do what you want is stop attacking me. And if you remove his arm with your chompers, he stops attacking you.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean,
Unless that's it sounds specific as if there's a like seize by force or just a do something under fire to do it. That's cool with me
Seized
too.
by teeth.
Seize by teeth. Teeth by force.
Right.
you know what? Because this seems like a thing that I'm just gonna do and it's just gonna happen and it'll be horrible. I'm gonna roll plus hot.
Oh God.
But why?
Get the man's arm in your mouth and you go,
There's the other thing that hot is like it's seduce or manipulate. I think intimidate falls under that purview as well. No, it doesn't.
I think it. I mean, intimidate does fall under hot. It's all of the charisma base that we would think about D&D being. I think is the hot roll.
Okay, well, I guess the reason that I'm gonna give is it's clear off if you don't want to be like this guy.
Sure, sure. The others won't come near this shield.
Um, and that's a 9.
And that's a 9. This dude falls to the ground. You spit the arm out, drinking in what blood passes, becoming, I imagine, blood crazed. But realizing that it's just a poison as any poison is such a loosely defined term to someone who consumes them. Who knows? I imagine at some point, even if you can consume it, there would be some things you would maybe just imagine are poison because they didn't give you the nasty feeling that food normally gives you. But maybe if we think about blood, like Spigot could ingest it without being poisoned. And so maybe this becomes a loose, like, barrier in this moment where we realize that we can actually drink more than just poisons, but who knows?
I think Dill just hungry.
Dill just hungry as you consume flesh, bone, and some blood in this bite. And the dude falls to the floor. I think you get
Screaming.
that the dude is down at at your feet, just like clutching what lump of an arm remains and rolling back and forth, and the 3 dudes behind them with their pipes in hand or guns drawn facing your shield are like spread out, backing up just a little bit, creating a little circle around you because they don't want to get in and get bit either. You've created this like pocket of uncertainty around you. On the other one, I've just sort of imagined Spigot and DDaD together on this one, since Petal's coming in from the back against the robot, or is against the robot. And there's 4 or so dudes like closing in around you guys, and names. DDaD has been launching knives beautifully, hitting in the head as like 2 or 3 get close in behind and under DDaD's knives. Spigot's gun is there to just meet their faces and blast them backwards. They send tumbling. Though the crowd doesn't seem like satiated, more of them are jumping down in, just trying to get you folks off of the bumpers. The pinball is fired. It careens through the air and smashes a dude into the wall as it hits the back wall and rebounds off, moving through some of the crowd that has jumped down. The wizard laughing and chuckling like with glee at all of the chaos happening beneath. You can tell that this is the game he's after. It's not necessarily defeat those who are challenging him, but it's the chaos that he can cause in his games, and the fact that these people are just willing to dive in. He's like getting off on from up there. You can see him projected onto the sky with that like weird sense of ecstasy on his face as he's loving this. Petal, you can see the robot regaining its feet, breaking free of the tethers of this electric net. What do you do?
Pull out the second but stronger electric net.
The first net was a tester. The second one.
The first one was the prototype. This is the full result.
Mm-hmm. Grace? Wait, I saw the little green thing show up. Are you there, Grace?
I saw it flicker again.
Right? Grace, I might try leaving and coming back in. Try that, if you can hear me. I texted her while she's fixing that. I'll be right back.
Okay. Yeah, Grace, I'm seeing your mic light up, but we're not hearing any sound.
Oh no.
Oh, there you
It's
go.
working now?
Heard you
Yeah,
that time.
now you're back.
Oh, that was weird.
Okay, well, welcome back. Now,
Now we wait for M. So,
Yeah.
guys,
Hey,
this is the cell bacteria.
Can we hear Grace?
I don't know if this is for anybody, but I was looking at video games and I saw that they have released for the Switch a collection of the first 10 Yu-Gi-Oh video games all in one Switch package,
I did see that.
whoa.
It's interesting.
which
The
I only
first-
really enjoyed one of them.
The
That's an
first
in-
4 of them are kind of funny because they have not actually real Yu-Gi-Oh rules.
I was gonna say that's a super interesting playthrough through for someone that knows nothing about Yu-Gi-Oh, like myself.
Yeah, I didn't play Yu-Gi-Oh either.
Yeah, I might
And
have
I
a fun
also-
time with that on stream. Yu-Gi-Oh Master. Grace, what do
just
you?
need to do that with Pokemon?
Wait, oh yeah, like a like a Pokemon card version of that.
No, like the first 10 Pokemon
he wants the
games all in a
Oh.
Switch cartridge.
Well, they wouldn't
Sure.
do that. They would release them each at $70 a pop.
Right.
Well, if you
No,
redo
they're
the graphics, that's
$80
also
for 2.
fine. But
Yeah.
I'd pay $80 for all of them in a thing.
It's
It's
wild to
way they
me.
$8
were.
for one game now for Switch too, though. The price is $8 for a game. The physical game, but you don't actually own it, technically.
I'm good on that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I
I'll
think
enjoy watching other people play Pokemon, Minecraft, or Stardew Valley, or whatever.
Pokemon Minecraft.
I'm gonna be
go.
all over Pokemon Stardew Valley, my guy. It's gonna be chill streams
I know.
all day
I'm
with
gonna enjoy
that.
watching you play that. I don't need a whole new console myself for that one.
Is it only on Switch too?
Only on Switch 2?
Oh, I don't have the console yet, so I might be a little behind on that. I've just been enjoying Legend Z to A. Grace, what do you do with this robot in front of you breaking free from its binds?
I'm just gonna shoot the ever-loving fuck out of it, I guess.
Hell
Do I-
yeah.
Do I only have the 59 the just continuous?
Yes, that was your weapon. That
Um,
is just your weapon of choice.
yeah.
You just have this like
I'm just
continuous 50
gonna-
caliber that you can blast it with.
Is there like a weak point I'm noticing that like I could focus on?
Give me an open your brain roll. I think like I said, you recognize this. Like this seems like prototype to the one that you're driving now, even though the one you're driving is like scrap built. You can see the
That's
design jump.
another 9.
Another 9. The cockpit seems to be the weakest point. It is really well shielded on all these points. It's shielded on the cockpit, but you notice that like as you've struck the cockpit, it has taken the most like it glitches, that screen leaves, you've gotten some info on what's in it. It like that point, like if you can get past the shielding with some focused fire, that would be its focal point, right? There's a driver in there that you can target.
Then, I mean, sorry, whoever's in there, they're getting shot. So I'm just gonna shoot right for that weak point in the cockpit.
Do something under fire. It's trying to get up. You're trying to put it down.
Whoa, that's a 12.
Wow.
As it's trying to get up, you unleash this 50 cal, just fire after fire. The loud echoing of these shots fill the room, and you're hitting it, and the first few shots like hit it and send it back onto its like 1 foot 1 knee, right? And then you blast through whatever shielding there, and you see the glass kind of crack and shatter in one area, and some green liquids start to pour out, and then you shoot it down in the lower portion and it shatters down there. And the glass, the digital screen just disappears, leaving this green opaque almost tank in it. Glass shattering and liquid pouring out of it, along with a body attached to some like tubes and like long, I guess it's all tubing connected to different parts of their body, their mouth, their like eyes. There's probably like a goggle set on, right? And a young slender body just kind of falls out and tumbles to the floor. Still at first, I think after a few moments, there's a little bit of like a shake there. They don't seem to be in a great position, but they do seem familiar.
Is
Uh-oh.
it
As
root?
that occurs, you have that thought, seeing the body, is this root, right? You know that it is in this moment.
Oops.
A lot
Oops.
of the vision around you guys starts to glitch and phase as the body of Root hits the ground and tumbles away from what tubing and whatnot connects its parts to the wider robot. It like rolls away and the goggles fall off and fall to the side. The digital screen around you guys, around the playing field, starts to glitch and phase and have issues. Like it starts to give you that like glitchy error kind of phasing, and the wizard's face in between the glitches seems to scowl. But you notice for those of you looking up at this board and trying to get a control on it, notice a sense of like fear, or I don't know, like discontentment in that face as it phases out. And you folks are left in this broken down concrete, almost circular stadium, this little circular area. A what did we call it? I mean, as you look around, you can see like there's 2 tiers of what would be standing space. You're like in a little courtyard, in a central circular courtyard. Concrete, what seems built into this old mall, but is all like crumbling down around you. Crazed, like thin and gangly people fight wildly at just like dug holes in the ground. The psychic, oh, I'm losing words. The psychic, like, shimmer over the top of this situation seems to be fading away now that Root has been disconnected from this robot. But as you like look around, crumbling tower in the center of one of these walls doesn't seem like it can actually move so much. You folks find yourselves in this old decrepit like courtyard of the mall. We made some jokes about the courtyard being the baseball arena for the mall, but that like would be where you find yourselves. In the food court, when we saw the escalators leading down like MC Escher style around this courtyard, this is like that quote unquote courtyard we were kind of seeing in all the psychic things. Now that Root is disconnected, this like digital psychic barrier you have found yourselves in seems to be fading out, and in the center, suspended from what little ceiling remains, is this thrown together, scrappily built chugging machine that is slowly chugging out. All of the people around you are looking around kind of wildly from both of their tears and start to go into this craze kind of scream like we've broken their connection to reality. They start to panic and rip at the concrete around themselves, and some of them are straight up just banging their heads into the piece that they get. Others are like breaking down walls and hucking them at another group across the thing. A few are coming together and starting to crazily come at your group in front of these dug holes in the courtyard. A few are going towards the tower and starting to like try to rip out pieces of the tower. You hear a voice from above the tower try to shout above the din, but with all of the screaming and like upsetted moaning around, you're having trouble hearing what's being said. You catch the glints, the like little freckles of like no, or no, get them! But no one seems to be listening to this voice that exists above the tower. There's chaos all around. Pollen is just trying to protect Twiggy from, maybe from a few people. She shoves a dude back. He tumbles. He's like moaning and screaming and clawing at the air. Does anyone have an action in this chaos?
We win.
Crazed members of the crowd also come for your group. They
Yeah.
just
Pedal.
Knife.
Can your robot jump?
Probably.
Because
I was thinking about shooting that machine a bunch.
Yeah, I was thinking about you
checking with.
jumping up and grabbing that machine.
Yeah, Dham
Isn't
will
the
spend
engine-
his time defending.
Don't we need
the
something in
group.
there?
Well, I think there are parts to the water bearer machine, but I haven't verified that those are in there. But that was my next thought. That's why I kind of want her to grab it and pull it down versus destroying it. Because
she fucking lights it up like this.
Yeah.
Fine.
A piece of the metal falls down and it says water chip as it's obliterated by 50 cal fire.
Yeah. I mean, it would make sense that my robot could at least do kind of a jump. And how high can it be, anyways?
I bet it can jump higher than a house. House can't jump.
Mm-mm.
I mentioned the access to some sort of jet-like booster. I imagine that you have planned, like I think Pedal has played these games with the idea to beat them one day, right? Or not just playing the games to play the game, we need to escape with our group. So you've probably put jet boosters in here in order to be able to do those high jumps when needed. I don't see why not.
Okay. I rolled a 9. I don't know what that would be plus, but agility, I guess.
Yeah.
Agility on the thing. +2. So 11.
11. There's no choice then. Pedal Spigot points up and says, you know, what about the engine above? And Petal, aiming her gun, decides not to just rip it in half with the Gatling gun fire, but instead leaps up there and just sections the middle chunk out of the ceiling and pulls down. Lots of little electric fire happening. Whatever digital glitch may have still been occurring around the field to project any sort of scenery immediately shuts the moment the machine is removed from its middle routing. And I think with an 11 you land safely too, with a big crunch and a heavy like you jumped down from a high thing with a 20-pound box. Like you get a oof, right? But you hold your position with this machine in hand. There's a bunch of extra bits coming off of this. But I think in the moment, having removed the engine spigot, you can see parts of the engine you're looking for, like,
Okay.
you know, bound in by various machinery in the big chunk that Petal has removed from the ceiling. The crowd as a whole is going absolutely bonkers. It's just sort of all chaos on the field. Like ants, they're climbing down the walls towards your group or up the tower towards the wizard. Like they're not. It's sort of I don't know. There's no one left right to the safety. It's just crowd is totally barreling over everything. At the moment, I think at most your team is sort of hemmed in by this crazed crowd. How do we? I know D-Ham said he was just fucking hurling knives into the crowd, trying to keep them off. Is there a way that our group deals with this crowd encroaching? I think much like the bully, in which there was a moment in which we could have spoken, we shut off the like wizard's communique with the group, and now he's being raided upon. So there's not much of like a, oh, you've got me, haha, you beat me, because like you just like turned off the TV, so he couldn't say anything, and now he's getting gotsed upon. You can hear some screams and like of like protest from up the tower, but I don't think that besides the no, get them, you can hear from like actual in person yelling from like way up there.
I mean, I guess the plan would be to sort of huddle up together if Dill's still willing to hold up the counter to kind of protect us from the onslaught, and then as needed we can, you know, thin the herd. But I still think I don't know if Petal, if you've got the dexterity to pick up root, or whether we need to try and get to root, or whether it's too late for root.
Yeah, and what
And then
happened to
there's
Branch? Is Branch
he's
also
I
dead?
think Branch is still hanging in the air. Yeah.
Oh my god.
He's
all
hanging
these
in
characters.
there.
So you could put the engine down and then jump back up and get Branch.
Yeah, I guess I need to get that guy. I got 2 members in my gang, man. Let's
This could just be the moment
maybe
where you start over.
No gang anymore.
I guess I should jump up and grab Branch. If someone else can at least see
If
if
someone can hold the engine for me.
or I might just like see if Root is even like alive or if I definitely shot her up. Because that's a bummer if I did. It's my bad.
Yeah, I mean, I can take my counter and like try and plant it in the ground to make an actual wall
Oh yeah.
for us to hide behind. It's gonna have a hole in it. But that's okay.
That's a good shotgun hole. I can peek
I
out.
don't think
and
I'm the one
shoot stuff.
to deal with medicine, so I guess I can hang out with the engine.
So yeah, sort of last stand, you drop the counter into the ground and the team huddles around it, firing their shots off around as whatever crowd encroaches. Petal leaps up,
Well, as I leap up, can I also use my arm and mow down a bunch of people?
Of course you can. Of course you can. I think we're speaking narratively at this moment. Like, you are able to drop the engine right into Dill's care, right? I think Pollen probably jumps on pulling Root back behind. Root seems injured. Root is not unaffected by the battle that we've had. I think that there's probably like a bit of ragdoll going on as she is unconscious and probably bleeding a little bit here or there, but Pollen, grabs the body and drags it behind and doesn't stop, as if, doesn't give you any notion that she's dead. Which I imagine that you wouldn't be protecting a dead body. Maybe at some point, it depends. I mean, we get into the aspect of like how much they cared for them and how much like shock there is in any given moment, but it's hard to balance that when we're not, like, when I'm not the one facing the situation. So I imagine that because she's doing these actions, you get the sense of life. But you can't focus on that too much. You got to jump up, you grab Branch, you snap him from the chain. You're mowing down some of the crowd. The crowd's just crazed. They're not necessarily going after you folks with, focus. They're just tearing apart the situation. Pieces of brick and stone are hurling in. Parts of the walls are breaking down because they're just crazed at this moment. You're mowing them down. I think knives are flying from D-Ham. The shotgun's going off as it's like tubes are replaced and their flak gun goes off. Dill holding the wall or hucking what pieces he can, protecting the people behind it.
Dislocating jaws with my pool balls.
Biting chunks out of people who get too close.
Aiming at jaws only.
Is it stopping people? Like, are they so crazed that they ignore? Are they running around with their jaw flapping around, or do they go down once they've?
I think most of them go down. There's a few of them that when they go down, you can see their jaw just like hanging from the top of their head, that they're trying to like crawl towards you because they're still just like, they've been in this digital, I don't know, dream craze for so long that they're just snapped out of it. I think they're in a mental shock at the moment. You can see
you
like
just took them out
wild
of the
animal
Matrix.
eyes, right?
You didn't even tell them you were going to.
Huh?
Suppose that's true. We did take them out of the Matrix.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's the vibe, right? Like, just a total like loss of reality in the moment. Destroy seems to be like, get all this excess out of my way and I will be safe again. Pool balls crack. And Petal lands behind the group, Branch in hand. He's struggling. You pull the chain off of him and let him go. He just goes wild in the crowd, grabbing dudes and hucking them into other dudes and using a dude as a weapon. Like, you get a sense of awareness from Branch, but he's changed a bit. Like, Branch is in there, but he's got this Hulkness to him now, right? But your team is now hemmed in, like, semicircle, backing up to this wall. You guys have your, knives and guns going off to create your semicircle of safety, but it's slowly like hemming in with the crowd. How do we want to escape this situation? I also do know that we're 3 minutes from. We're like so close.
Yeah, and I need to like I'm very need to be cold cut at night. I'm tired.
So
can we end with the decab coming in?
Us?
The decab.
Oh yeah, we've busted the shit. Yeah, we could get our vehicles back.
I love it. You hear a go off as it crashes through the wall. The button finally works for decam as the decab crashes through the wall, door open, ready for him to hop in. Yeah. I mean, that probably crashes in right behind you guys as that opens up an outlet for you. Of course, big enough for the robot, and we never made Pebble moves in this, but fucking who cares? Pebble was mowing down dudes as they come in. Does the
I say
decab
we
have
book
any
it.
transport for others, or is it's just you we've always talked about?
Yeah, the decab is just for me, but the decab was towing the dill mobile.
Da-na-na-na, it crashes through the wall, and the Dickel, yeah, Dickel just bounces up against the back and comes to a stop. And you guys get into the decab. I imagine the back held up by mech suit pedal just mowing down the crowd as your team slowly starts to make their way out.
Can she grab the engine on the way out?
I've got the engine.
Oh, you've got. Oh, Dill's got the
And
engine. Okay.
a big magnet
That's
comes
right.
out of the decab and sucks up Murderbot.
Two gets sucked right back into the magnet. Yeah, the team shores up into the onto the decab or into the Dickelmobile as the cars back up slowly and angle out and start their line just right back out of the hole that the decab has created in this wall and into, for the first time in a while, sunlight, which is forever existent, but you guys haven't felt in a while, and into the sunlit, blasted wastelands around the mall. And for the first time, quiet and a little bit of safety. You can hear the steps of the robot pedals in running behind the cars, be able to keep up. She's got the speed of a car, so why wouldn't she be able to keep up? And by the time her charge reaches like a limit where she has to slow down, you're far enough. You can see the Greenbrook Mall on the horizon behind you, smoke coming up from the first time the actual mall itself. No longer a black dome on the horizon. That black dome gone, just the decrepit remains of the Greenbrook Mall, smoking actively in the moment. As you guys find yourselves here and in the quiet wastelands once again. Yeah. And that's where we're going to end for tonight. I'd like to come back again for just like a where we sit post, because I was, thinking of narrative implications, but like I think a where things rest after the story could be fun. I don't think that takes 2.5 hours unless we just get into the improv of all these scenes. It probably half a session, and we can chat about what comes next for us next time. But we should do like a little closer on our story here, since we ended in the midst of like chaos. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, I should be able to come up with something for us to do with the rest of that time.
For sure. I was talking with the crew about
yeah.
like right before you jumped in, Gabe, and then therefore Grace wasn't here yet either, but about how next for Wider World Part 2, we've been talking about Josh coming to join us, Grace's boyfriend, and
I just I texted him today.
sweet, that we might do some sort of like prelude. That was the word I was looking for. Some sort of prelude to him joining us, like what his character was up to while we were fucking with goblin band stuff.
Oh, please let his character be a kobold.
Or not. I don't know what you have in plan. I just was
we
kind of what we
talked
talked about.
that. When he was asking, he was asking like, well, what kind of characters do you have? Like, well, like we have like a fighter, and we have this, and he's like, and what if I was one of the Shakespearean kobolds?
Yes!
And I was like, well,
Wait, does he
could
join the
be.
party as Undead Gib?
No, we have
That
to
takes a
No,
character
Gabe is-
away from
Gabe is
Gabe.
mine.
That's
I need-
Gabe's
no,
one
I need that one.
for sure character.
Gabe is
That's
Gabe's.
Gabe's
He
narrative
hasn't.
device.
Yeah,
For
yeah,
He
yeah. You gotta have it for
hasn't.
narrative. Yeah.
He hasn't decided what he's gonna be yet. If he wants to be a Shakespeare kobold, but like
My
he's
gosh, that would be.
or maybe a character from the village.
Yeah.
To like
Oh,
get
yeah.
to guess
Place
back
it-
where.
Okay, there's very different intro adventures if he's playing a villager versus a Shakespearean
Please give us
kobold.
3 episodes of what happens with the Shakespeare kobolds. We can all make a Shakespeare kobold and have some good
I
old
would
times.
love.
I mean, I'm just gonna hand
that.
you guys the kobold stat block from the
Yeah,
monster.
yeah.
manual.
For sure.
We have pack tactics, guys. Don't forget.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
he's special. We'll find out why. I've already
Well,
got a
wait,
couple ideas.
he
No
hasn't
doubt.
decided yet.
No doubt.
He
Yeah,
wants to
but if
be-
he's a villager, then we do a very different plot,
Mhm.
and it's a different
Yeah.
thing.
yeah.
The goblin
I had
villagers
to
are
remind
also
him
back.
about. I had to remind him about the. He was like, "So who lives in the village that we know of?" I'm like, "Oh well, there's what's his face's girlfriend. There's Wilhelm. There's the guy with the sexy ass.
Beach wizard. Oh
No,
yeah,
there's
Neville
the-
with the big dummy.
Minerva and
The big
Neville.
girl.
Minerva,
and
Neville.
Neville, the two gambling teens, Wilhelm.
Oh, yeah.
There's twin guards,
lips.
right?
It's
There's
just
the
the most.
wizard.
It's the tapestry of it all.
There's that
It's
guy that
all
has
so
the
good.
angel that's nervous.
I'm excited to get back into
That's
my
Wilhelm,
bubble.
yeah.
My
I don't
bubble
think he
friend's
can be Wilhelm. That's like a
No,
key
Wilhelm's
NPC.
another one that I
Yeah.
That
just
would
like
be
he can't
awesome.
be the Lord.
If he was like,
Yeah.
I'm Wilhelm, and I gave them the mission.
Now let me
He's
tell
gonna
you
be
about my
Neville.
hole.
This is
What
my
is
this,
Neville?
this season's about my hole. That's awesome. That's awesome. Dude, that would be such a shot call. I would respect it so much if he's like, I built a character. I'm Wilhelm. I'm sorry.
Oh man, we'd have to have such a long talk. I wouldn't be mad about it. He's a theater major, and that one, I would be very happy to sort of hand off that particular set of prompts to somebody else.
Where's Mr. Sparklonius? There it is.
There's
I don't
so
need
many
to hear
good
about him
options.
talking about his whole.
So many good
What
options.
level were we?
Well, we
end
were
of the
level
season.
3, except Grace, who didn't level up and was
3.
level 2.
Okay, cool. I just
I'm-
wanted to make sure that my character sheet was still caught up.
Yeah, that is probably something that it'll probably be something we take some of that time with.
I'm gonna miss being pedal. I was so busted. I didn't get hurt once. The whole
Yeah, you
time.
leveled up so much, but like the thing about this game, which we can, I mean, that would be also a good back half. Like we could do our outro for this season and then also just kind of do some game talk because across all our games, we haven't really talked about the differences between our games. I think
Yeah.
that's a fun thing to do too. You know, like why you're gonna miss pedal, and then we'll have responses, and we could just talk about the differences between Apocalypse World and D&D and Monster of the Week for those of us that have played. Like I think that could be a fun back half of the session too, and then we could talk also a little bit about what the plan is for us entering back into a wider world.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay, guys, I got work.
Yeah.
So GG's, y'all.
That'll be the plan.
Yeah.
GG's.
GG's.
We'll
Good
meet
game,
Bye,
next time
everybody.
for wrap up and next times. Bye bye.
Can't
Awesome.
wait.
Bye.
So excited to play Sparklonius again.
Oh my god, Haribo.
Yeah, I've actually been this leg of the road trip. I finally turned Wider World back on.
Hell yeah. Yeah, that's what I've been meaning to re-listen. 'cause I
Dude,
got
episode
about-
10
I
is
got
one
through,
of the
like,
best things I've ever made.
That's
as,
great to
as
hear
an
because
editor.
I'm on like episode 8 or 9 on my re-listen, so that is awesome to hear.
I think it's episode 10 or 11. The one where we fight under a waterfall is hands down.
It's
It's hands down the best thing I've ever made it ever.
It's
And
a
I
great
keep thinking
sequence.
back to it. I
All
think
of
I
it is
could
so
do it
good.
better if I did it again, but the first time through it was so fucking awesome. The sound effects are killer. It's we played so well. Oh my god, what a good moment. The one where we fight underneath the
excited.
waterfall is so good.
I'm excited.
The one where we fight. Okay, that's episode 7.
Oh, episode 7 then. Okay, yeah. It's 7 to 9. I think like I think it's the one after it's that title, because I think we fought underneath the waterfall, and then us like in the episode after is
Got
where we
that
fight
one,
the
and
boss.
We've got the Begwibbening, which I think that's probably where where Marjorie kills Gwib.
Yeah,
Gib,
I
I
think
suppose.
the Gwib or the Gib
And
kill.
then we have the Kobolds of Venice, where I think is the fight in the back of the.
Oh, it's so hard, man. Oh, that one's good too. The one where we are in the boss fight, I think, is the part I'm editing wise talking about, because like we do it very
Yeah.
quickly and the editing is just very, very quick. You get the right sounds.
That was a good
You
editing
catapulted
session.
his ass.
Yes, yeah, the catapult moment was so fucking
good.
good.
It's
Ugh.
good. Looking
The
forward
question that I have as I'm starting my listen through, do you happen to recall where we were in the narrative the last time that I was talking about doling out XP?
to it. Why
It
don't you
would.
just
I mean, I think it would have.
hit us
I
level
wanna
4.
say-
Hit us level 4, you know?
Yeah, I was saying
New
level
character
5.
come in, level 4.
I was saying level 5.
I want to say it's level 5 because it's. I think this is the level that you've given it to. The amount of content that we've gotten through. If you guys were level 3 at episode 15, we're at
Yeah,
episode
I think I was thinking
30.
like I think I was feeling if we were doing achievement like milestone wise that we
Milestone.
probably would have been level 4 by the Miranda fight. But that's only because like we did cool shit and we did a lot of like cool narrative action between when we hit level 3 and I got access to my suit's abilities, thinking from my own character's POV, right? And then when we fought
Mhm.
the very final like confrontation and escaped, like basically me versus Kandra, though that wasn't a 1v1 fight. Like I thought I would have been level 4 by that point, but also like I know that once you hit level 3, if you're counting only experience, like that's a huge jump to level 4. It's very easy to hit level 3 and harder to get level 4 and 5.
Yeah.
But after all that we've done, we broke a town in half. We beat all the bosses we needed to beat. We did the narrative, the hard narrative things. Like when you said level 5, I was like nodding along, like that feels right to my assumption. But again, counting XP, I noticed when I was counting everyone's points, like that could.
It goes all sorts of different places.
It could be
and
anything,
you
yeah.
never
Level 2?
really know who's going to be in the lead, except it's not going to be Mike.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, Mike. Just gotta talk more. That's the key to racking up experience.
It's true.
Good thing I can't help myself. Interjection City over here.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard for me to remember how much you kept up after we hit level 3. I also don't remember the episode we hit level 3. I don't remember the conversations after that, really.
I think I got to us leaving for this road trip.
It's
I think we
huge.
set out.
Oh
on
yeah, well
this
then we're
road
probably
trip.
level 5 at the
That's
end.
what I'm saying.
at
We
the
did
beginning of the new
so
season.
much.
Mhm.
And it was all
Mhm.
good narrative band work.
It
Yeah,
was
we
good,
did-
and
we
it
did
was like
Kissing
pretty
Booth for
well
a while.
spread out across everyone's stuff.
Mm-hmm.
If someone's lagging behind, it might be Petal. If I had to like
Who?
who's
And she
been-
doesn't even exist.
God,
Yeah, Petal's
Marjorie. Yep.
And she's not even.
Yep.
Hold on. Is this you telling us we're this
So deep
close
in
to
the
one
sauce.
another?
Well, actually,
Same
did- I
planet,
did
same
have a-
time?
I did have a crossover thought as I was like skipping around trying to find that start point on my road trip today because I listened to one of my least favorite episodes to record and was shocked at how funny it was.
Which one was that?
24 maybe? Yeah. Big league, big chew, big boy gum.
Dude, the names are so good. Big League, Big Chew, Big Boy Gum.
It's the thrust of Plan D. I fucking hated Plan D. I do not like those settings as a DM.
I also didn't love Plan D as a player. As the head of Plan D, hated it.
Just kept being like, say melon again. Do it.
Melon.
Um, but anyways, I was hopping around and listening, and I did find a pretty hysterical crossover if we go that direction.
It's super valid. It would be very funny. I would have to figure out who to play in that moment, but maybe I'm just Pollen. I don't know if there's anything we could easily figure out who I would be. Some side person.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
That's super funny. If I had kept the other one, I could be Dill, but only the other one.
I do so want 5, is it? Yeah, 5 Shakespearean kobolds.
I love us playing.
I think that's such a funny 1 to 2 session bit of nonsense. Because then you actually have a full set of kobold NPCs that just kind of exist out there with the cave. One of them is with us.
I love this idea of him. Like, I love that he's also listened, so he has a play space to jump into. Like, we have quite a bit of characters for him to pick from. I think it would make sense that he doesn't pick Gib, right? He can't pick Gib. It would make sense he doesn't pick Kandra because those are voiced already NPCs. But if he's a part of one of those goblin cities or our goblin village, but we've already rescued him, or the kobolds, but he was in the background the whole time, like, it tracks and really leans into the 30 episodes we already have in the narrative. I think that's a really strong way to put it. Like, as long as there's some rooting there. I think that's cool. I'm also fine with him just being like a stranger that's come to town and is like here to help, or like figures out there's something needs done. There is something there.
I don't really care if he's an NPC that we've already met per se, but I do want his opening to also be rooted in this same world that we have already played in. Like, we don't have to necessarily have met the party before, but we'll be playing in the same spaces that the party was in that they're not in right now.
I see.
So we'll run into some of the same NPCs, or if we're in the forest, we'll be doing forest stuff. Fun depending what we do, fun sneak peek of what town's been like.
Yeah, I'm also down to like help set up a recording where I just sort of stay quiet and it's like a one-on-one thing and I can just record it for an intro to how we intro, you know what I mean? It could be a one-on-one with you and him and me just back as the recorder. If we wanted,
I'm here for
if
that.
he wanted something that was detached.
What, like, you mean the play space?
No, like if he just if if whatever idea he came up with for a character didn't seem like something that's so easy to interject everyone into, or if it was but he needed a little bit like just me coming up with shit on the spot, like if he's like an outlander, like there's probably some narrative space before he meets up with any of his crew, whatever that is, these NPCs we may play. There could be a solo episode with Josh, where he gets into a space where he can meet up.
I don't hate that. We'll see. Because he did mention that he's not played D&D before.
Okay.
And so he's going to need some help with the character creation portion of it, just sort of the nuts and bolts.
Yeah.
And so I do think that there is a usefulness there, and the way that I do character creation when I'm helping someone generally does kind of flow itself right into a session 0 kind of experience.
Mhm.
So yeah, I think that would make good sense, and it would be super handy and fun to have another person in the space to
Really looking forward to it.
Yeah, I think it would
remember
be fun from
things
a
and play
editing
characters and
point of
do,
view too.
yeah.
Just to do like a solo, and just be a different kind of editing. I think I would do, or have to do. I'm down for whatever. Just let me know.
Yeah, we'll see what he's got going on, see what his schedule's like. I've got a paid day off tomorrow, so
Hell yeah.
yep. Boss accidentally sent me out a day early.
Classic
So
Alan Child situation.
So here I am.
Early, yay.
Early.
Yeah, I got a week of
Ready for the conference now.
harder work before I get to really tackle. And I talked with Gabe a little bit ago about how I am. Let me shut down this stream now that we're done. I talked with Gabe a little bit maybe before our last session about